Right. We are alive. So I need to open my chat. Oh, so alright, we are live. Hello everyone.
Hello.
What's up, nerds?
Not much, I guess.
Not much.
Not much.
What about you two?
Yeah. Yeah.
Eh?
It was a rough day, but I took a nice nap.
Well, I mean, I also took a nap. Not a big one. Aries?
And I am making it by one day at a time.
Ember, could you say something, please?
Yeah?
I need to lower... I need to lower... your audio a little bit.
Hi, Arctic Fox. He's in the chat.
Wow, Fox, you're fast. DJ, could you say something?
Hello, I am saying things.
So I need to lower DJ. Like, all out. Okay, DJ, say something?
Am I sounding better?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I needed to fit with everyone's audio.
Yeah.
See, everyone's audio changes so fucking much that I could have set you to one value and, you know, expect next week it's gonna be the same.
Yeah.
And with DJ it's extra terrible because his microphone does that weird thing where it's like, oh yeah, you know, now I'm loud and now I'm quiet and now I'm loud and now I'm quiet.
Yeah, I gotta buy like one that can actually have a volume adjuster on it because it's like one of those mics that are just I could think for a podcast only where you don't have to adjust shit.
See, I don't actually have that and my microphone doesn't do it. I feel like there's some kind of setting somewhere for your microphone, right? Where you have like something that says set up my volume automatically and you have that allowed. And you need to find that setting and turn it the fuck off. Whether it is on Discord, whether it is on your Windows, whether it is somewhere in the software for your microphone, I don't know, but you need to find it and you need to destroy that shit.
There'll be also the cord maybe going out because this was a hand-me-down cord from my friend.
Also that, yeah, that is also a possibility. But yes. Alright, my wonderful, wonderful living scrotums. What happened last week?
We had parties.
Yeah.
I had an adorable time with Embryon.
Yeah.
You had a
So
small
we-
date with them?
Yeah. So we started in the EV village. We did a little bit of role play with my family, and then after we were done with that, didn't take long. It's mostly just talking back and forth between my mother and then Thrack poking his head in the wall to let me know that everyone was getting ready to head back, and then consequently becoming an EV slide. His head becoming an EV slide. Then my mother decided to start chatting with him, and in the end of the chat, it ended with her giving him something. I don't remember exactly what she gave him.
Food.
Food, right. She fed him.
She's that kind of mother.
Yes. And then I believe also Zoroark decided to stop by as well. Spoke as well with my mother, and she ended up literally blessing her to be with her son, aka Umbreon, and gave her an heirloom. I don't remember exactly what the heirloom was.
A necklace.
A necklace, okay. It was an heirloom necklace that is essentially the wedding rings of this, well, of the Eevee world, I guess,
Yep.
specifically.
Well, it's not even a wedding ring. It's literally just like a passed down thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Because congratulations, you are actually the first. You are actually gonna be. You are actually the first to actually get any of her kids into a relationship. Congratulations to that, Ember.
And on top of that, also making the mother surprised that, oh, I'm shocked that Umbreon even found anybody. Which is
and she also
Kinda
literally
mean.
told him. She also literally told Zoroa, "Hey, by the way, you're gonna have to make all the moves, and that includes in the bedroom because, yeah, he's a shy boy."
Yeah.
Yeah, basically she gave him the talk.
It's not gonna happen until she gets her body back, but you know, that's the future.
Hopefully
Yes.
Jirachi can help with that.
So once all that awkwardness was finished, we started to head out. Talked a little bit back and forth with Umbreon, and you know, since we were pretty much not planning on leaving for the Red Library today, kind of just heading back, getting things prepared, we pretty much just said, "Hey, why don't you go ahead and spend the day with Umbreon? Just enjoy the time. You two need some time together." So that's exactly what they did. We let them have their day together, and we all headed back to the Capim Town. As we arrived, we walked up to the guild, noticed it was closed and then locked, and on the door, written in Salandit's handwriting, or well, I guess paw writing.
They actually can.
was-
They actually do have like paw, fingers on the thing. Like if you look at this model, right, he does kind of have like a claws.
He has like little digits.
Yeah. He does kind of have like digits and shit.
It's
So he could probably hold like a pen or something.
Yeah.
that's how they steal stuff. They're like think of them like raccoon hands.
Yeah,
Like just grabbing little things and running
yeah,
away.
yeah. He's like little ping. Sorry, continue.
Little grabby hands.
Yeah.
But yeah, so in his paw writing, there was a note that pretty much said, "Hey, you should go to Meow Meow Bar." So we were already on alert because the town was like stuck dead empty.
Hmm.
And then so I'm like, door's locked.
Also, the like the permafrost on the beach and the
Oh, right.
Oh yeah,
ship.
they were like signs of battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We sent Thrack up into the sky to see why the town was dead. He did so, went up, looked around, saw a boat that was covered in permafrost. Cough, cough. Totally don't already know exactly what happened there. Anyway, so once we figured out that there was a battle there and there's a giant ship covered in permafrost, we were like, oh, she showed up. There's something going on. Oh no. Yes, the unfortunate surprise party.
Yeah, they
And,
all trolled you.
So we go back to the guild, couldn't get in, tried unlocking it, told Thrack to like peek his head through to see what's going on. Saw Salandit could have just shoot him away and said, no, wait, no, go to Meow Meow's. Salandit was apparently literally holding a key in the lock, so we couldn't unlock it.
Yep.
Unless we forced it, which we could have, but yeah. So instead, Thrack decided to go over into like my room because we wanted to grab Reshiram's ball.
Aries, look in the group. I know you're not Eevee anymore, but
Oh boy. Ha! Yes.
A fucking million dark hair with those dead eyes.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
The more you look at it.
What's with the eyes?
I mean, that's probably the look that Aries' character was giving, like, seeing the whole town.
Yeah, probably, honestly. That's actually no. That's Aries at the party.
Seeing everybody.
Everybody happy. Everybody, everybody saying that they are heroes and that they save Capim Town.
We saved the world. No. God.
So, anyway, long story short, Thrack went in, grabbed Reshiram's ball, noticed someone was sitting in my office, talked to him a little bit. He pretty much just said, fuck off. I'm here to talk to the guild mistress, and I'm gonna stay here. So Thrack's like, okay, whatever. Left. Came back out with Reshiram's ball, and then because we were still confused about everything, but kind of wanted to give it a chance to not be an ambush, we decided to go down to Meow Meow's bar. Had Thrack take a peek around. All he saw was a cake in the center of the room. Nothing else. Heard some whispers from another room. So we're like, okay, I guess it sounds like it's not a trap. It seems like it is actually, some sort of event happening. So we're like, okay, I guess we'll just go in. We go in, and it's exactly what we thought. It was some kind of party. And in this case, after... I forget his name, but the slug Pokemon. Gastrodon. Yes. Gastrodon comes bursting out of the cake, pretty much saying congratulations, and then apparently trying to lick my character for some reason. Vaporeon's like, yeah, no, and just scuttled away. Had a little bit of a talk about what was going on. Apparently, according to Rin, we beat Glaceon. A lot of conversations back and forth about what the hell she means by that, and we find out that Lucario has apparently spread across all the guilds, that a recent, actual combat defeat of Glaceon was totally us in our guild, and totally not another team from a certain guild that he actually runs himself.
Basically,
So-
he threw you a bone.
Mm-hmm.
Did a dog throw you a bone?
He thinks he threw us a bone. But anyway, so we're like, wait, no, but we didn't. We just came back from a dungeon. We weren't even here. And pretty much Rin was just like, just take it. Just take it. Let people have this.
Take the W.
Yeah, just take the W. Everyone's happy. Just let them party. And me not wanting to celebrate too soon on a victory that, we didn't exactly win and also may not be over. I, of course, did my best to smile and pretend I'm happy and everything's fine. And, I sat down and during the party, let everyone enjoy themselves while, internally musing over all the ways that things could go wrong, such as, Glaceon coming back with a vengeance, because, now there's no telling whether or not if certain circumstances that prevented Glaceon from reaching us are going to come to pass again. Then once we all finished up with the party here, Rin pretty much told us, hey, by the way, don't stay too long. You've got a party back at your guild as well. So we're like, okay, I guess we'll go back to the guild then. We were already expecting a couple of new friends thanks to more info from Rin. She essentially let us know that Gothitelle was waiting for us there, Zekrom was waiting for us there, and we already knew that the frog man, I forget his name, was waiting for us there. Toxicroak, yes, was waiting for us there as well. So we had 3 surprise guests, and then everyone else in the actual guild that was planning on a secondary party. So we're like, okay, let's go take care of that then. Thanks for the party, everyone. Bye. Snuck out, got back to the guild, opened it up.
Second
exactly
party.
As we... Yes. Second party. Lupus made a cake. It was so cute. She did her best, and she did amazing. She's amazing. She made a wonderful cake. She's a good yin. Anyway, so we did a little bit of celebration, said thank you to everyone, and, tried to keep it happy and airy, even though I was panicking on the inside because Gothitelle is in our guild, and she's been trying to end all of humanity, so, reason to be suspicious and worried. After we had our little bit of fun and, you know, a little bit of role play with our little happy family, we went to go, not de-stress, in fact, the opposite, to gain stress? In stress? Become
Yeah.
stressed? Essentially, we went, spoke to Gothitelle, and she left more questions than she answered in the end, and pretty much just told us, yeah, I'm not really the one pulling the strings. I don't actually care all that much. I'm kind of just working for Zekrom. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that after you defeat Glaceon, we're not going to mess with you anymore. So, yeah, okay, bye. Then she just kind of vibed out. So we're like, okay, well, that's interesting.
So you forgot that you actually spoke to Toxicroak first.
Oh, we did him first?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Not gonna lie, I don't actually remember everything that happened with him. If I recall correctly, it was pretty much just him saying, hey, there was a bounty on your head. I chose not to take it, so you're welcome for not killing you.
No, the most important part of what he said is you have the support of the underground.
Oh. Right. That too.
That's probably the much more important thing. Because obviously you have a thing on your head. You guys knew this.
Yes, we've known that for a long time. But yeah, now that we've beaten Glaceon and, you know, kind of made the world a better place, the underground's like, yeah, you know what? You've been making such huge strides around here, and you've been such a positive impact around here. We're gonna leave you alone, and in fact, we're kind of gonna aid you in some ways. So
Like
yeah,
like not
bye.
assassinating you.
Yeah, like not assassinating us.
I know they were after me and Bolts upstairs.
Oh yeah. I mean, you guys probably had, or probably still have, the largest bounty on your heads as of right now. Actually, I guess technically I probably would, because Glaceon has deep pockets and really didn't like me.
Yep.
But you guys probably had the second highest bounties. You and Bolt. But anyway, after finishing with Toxicroak, then he kind of just left and said, yeah, okay, well, bye. We're not going to kill you anymore. Then we did the whole thing with Gothitelle. She left. And then after that, we were like, okay, we should probably go speak with Zekrom. It's going to be difficult. But here's to hoping he's not as crazy as Kyurem. Haha, spoiler alert. We go down
Yes.
there. We talk to him. He's just as crazy as Kyurem right now. Completely unreasonable. He pretty much started slinging threats immediately. Pretty much trying to play the big guy. I can crush you if you don't let me speak to my sister, yada yada yada. The same old evil villain monologuing. So eventually we're just like, okay, I'm so done with this. Just let her out and see if she has any chance of talking sense into him. So we let her out, and it went about as well as it went with us.
See, it started so well. They even hugged and everything. You know, it looks so good, right?
Yeah.
And then he opened his mouth.
Yep. He opened his mouth and turned off his brain.
Yeah, basically like 90% of everything he was doing, even with Russia, was just posturing.
Pretty much. So, long story short, the conversation went downhill very quickly. He admitted that he was behind everything the whole time, and just like his brother Kyurem, he wants to end all humans. Though I think Kyurem really wants to just kill everyone, though, so I guess Kyurem is slightly worse. But yeah, Zekrom wants to kill all humans, or at least just delete them all from existence.
Yeah, so basically, long story short, Kyurem is apathy, right? So he just doesn't give a fuck, he just wants to kill everything, right? But Zekrom is ideal. His ideal is to literally fix the Mystery Dungeon world by removing humanity.
He's a visionary.
How
Yeah.
about we fix the world by removing Zekrom?
I don't think Risha would be very happy about it. She still believes. If anything, she's more of an idealist than him right now.
Yeah, she's the idealist, and he has become a visionary. AKA a villain who thinks they're doing what's right for the world.
He's become yeah. Now that I've actually fought Lissandre Pokemon X, I'm like, oh shit! Mystery Dungeon Zekrom is kind of Lissandre, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
Because he's rich. He is very powerful, and he wants to genocide an entire species.
And that's pretty much everything that happened with the main group. We kind of ended our portion there with us kind of stressed out, figuring out what the hell just happened, and yeah, our heads are kind of reeling with the massive information dump and overload that we kind of just got from not only Zekrom and Gothitelle, but the whole parties and what happened with Glaceon, etc., etc. So, how about you, Ember, go ahead and tell what happened between you and your happy little date?
Not much.
Some things happened.
And mostly,
Cuteness.
not a whole lot actually happened.
Yeah, it's almost like relationships are very commonly not a lot of happening, but everyone being happy to be together.
Yeah, they were just happy together. That's pretty much it.
Like, it's actually funny because Lucky is like the only character right now that is actually de-stressing. Because remember, you guys pulled out Reshiram literally just for her to stress the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but don't you worry. If my character would have known that Gothitelle and Zekrom were there, she would have been very stressed out.
To be
I'm pretty
honest,
sure, though-
no one could contact you except now. You guys actually can contact her.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in all fairness, though, if we weren't to let her out, we would have had to have fought Zekrom, and if we fought and killed Zekrom, I'm pretty sure Reshiram would have never
Oh no
forgiven us.
no! I'm not actually saying that what you guys did was the wrong choice. I'm just saying that imagine just like being at home and only being pulled out when there's stressful situations.
Yeah. I mean, we tried to leave her in for as long as we could because we know that she needed some time to mull things over because, there's kind of a lot happening. And for her, it was the blink of an eye, and for everyone else, it was 30,000 plus years.
Yeah. And now she is planning to go to the now you have a goal. You actually have a direction and a goal. Finally, for the first time in ages.
Yeah.
You have a location on the map that you are supposed to get to.
Yes. Once we are done with all the partying stuff today and the whole cute date stuff for that Lucky and Brain Derp Umbreon are doing, then we head for the Red Library tomorrow.
Well, see, that was the plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then Thrack happened.
I forgot what he did.
Oh my god, how? Someone tell him. Someone tell him.
I think I'm the only one who was left.
Oh yeah, Ember wasn't there.
I think Ember went to bed after all
Okay,
that.
DJ, please explain to Aries what happened, because apparently he forgot that extremely important final 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, we talked. Well, it was after the brother and sister moment that happened, and we got our plan what to do. We asked Reshiram to see, hey, can you figure out where another strong, source of energy is coming from this place, that could block our messages?
Oh, that's
And
right.
she told us exactly where. She's like, huh, I found it. I don't know what it is. And we were like,
Yep.
okay, what is it? It's about he said 30 meters down, some shit like that. And we were like, what do you mean it was like that down? And then we went to go check it. We said Thrack to go check it because he's the only one to go face to the floor. Ended up in the ocean, and he was greeted by a gigantic red glowing eye that recognized him by saying Thrack, grabbed him through the floor, like all we saw left of his body going, boop, gone, and swam away with him. And we in-game don't know who that was or what just happened. But we know that it was Lugia in the shadow form. He's been chilling out underneath Capim Town this entire time.
Well, not this entire time, but for a while.
No, he's been here for a while.
Yeah, for like a week.
Yeah.
I was gonna say for like a week, a while, not the entire time.
And it was, yeah, just they grabbed him, and the fact that Lugia recognized Thrack, which I'm assuming that it was the same way that Articuno recognized Thrack, just by your guys' auras and like who you are being legendaries with them. And yeah, so Thrack's been kidnapped. He's not here right now, so that's gonna be spicy. So we figure out what's going on.
Also, there's one thing we forgot to mention throughout all this.
Which part?
Cosmoem is a piece of work.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. We had to have a talk with Cosmo, and he's definitely a teenager. He doesn't quite understand the concept of free will. And in this case, it's to his own detriment. We're trying to tell him, like, hey, yeah, you know what? We're not gonna do the whole sacrificing your thing, and we're gonna give you the chance to actually live your life and, do the things that you want to do rather than just dedicating your whole life to dying for the sun. And he's like, no, I have to. This is what I'm meant for. Yada yada yada. Blah prophecy and
I am a
all
god.
that.
I am a god. I am a god.
Yes, he's also constantly trying to, belittle everyone.
I would just like to remind everyone who has not been watching Moonstruck, Lunala is not like this. This is not a Cosmo thing. This is literally just,
Yeah.
Sogaleo here being Sogaleo.
If Lucky can communicate with him, Lucky would quickly, sour on him.
Yeah, let's just say, Lunala was definitely very much a family pokey. But anyway, yes, as soon as you mentioned it, I remembered what happened, the whole Thrack thing.
Yep.
Also, I would just like to point out that at any point when he got grabbed, he could have just gone ethereal and just vibed out.
Actually, no. Lugia is well known for grabbing ghosts and just fucking carrying them around. This might actually be a god thing.
Well, Lugia is also psychic type.
Well, wouldn't a psychic type, like...
Yeah, it'd be weak against, fighting wise, ghosts are stronger than psychic because it's a mental fear, right? But if they're strong enough psychic power, they can grab whatever the hell they want, be it physical or immaterial.
I see Fox got it. Fox says Cosmo's pride is as big as the sun. Yep, that's literally the point.
Man, imagine a lion being a symbol of pride.
Yeah.
And a bat being like a symbol of the mysterious part of the moon and calmness. Yeah. So I think I think that's everything now.
I already have to deal with one ornery teenager in Bolt. Why do we have to deal with another ornery teenager in Cosmo?
And Bolt is just a Bolt. This is a literal god. So he actually has the thing to be, well, like that. Oh god, they must never meet.
Bolt actually likes hugs, though. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, who the fuck doesn't like hugs? Oh wait.
I also did get I also got one side note. Got a piece of clothing commission from Espeon.
Yep.
I I just realized Cosmoem is Escanor
Who the fuck is Escanor?
from the Seven Deadly Sins.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Good anime at the start, but then it became shit after like the second, like halfway through the anime series.
Oh, so Fairy Tail?
Pretty much.
Okay.
And basically think of Natsu being a bigger perv.
Yeah, essentially Escanor is literally the embodiment of pride, but also it comes off very ego as well.
Yeah, it's kind of funny when two lions in your guild right now have the pride problem. Yeah.
It's almost like it's a cat thing.
Well, not even catfish, but the lions are specifically like that. I mean,
The
God, when you
Leo
guys are gonna be
kind of-
dealing with the little Leos in seeds, that's gonna be hilarious.
You mean us dealing with the literal pride alliance?
Oh yeah, that got a pride. I hate this so fucking much. I hate how much sense this makes.
A group of lions is a call to pride, so
Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah. So, do you mean that I should now make every hunch Growlin such a murderer?
I mean, they
Because-
murder us with taxes and interest rates in this way.
Well, I mean, you did pay up the thing, so you guys are actually
Yeah.
Gucci. You guys are more Gucci than fucking Lucario right now because he owes him.
Yeah, but I mean, he is also the kind of bird that will give a predatory loan just for the fact that he can get away with it.
I mean, that's literally what your loan was.
I know, but we actually gonna pay it off, which is something he never thought was gonna happen.
Yeah, because the whole point is, keep it going, and then, the interest, is more than you guys pay every month, so he basically keeps, it's like a self-fulfilling thing, right? And then you guys showed up with shit tons of money, and you were like, oh shit, I guess I don't have that duck anymore.
Yep.
Oh, I guess ducklet.
I don't
Yes.
have. I lost my golden swanna.
Oh yeah, by the way,
Hi.
here's the boy. Fun fact.
Yes.
This is what he kinda looks like. So, this is kinda obviously not lore friendly because we've actually never seen what Primal Lugia looks like. He's only mentioned, right?
Yeah.
But like, I like to imagine that this is the design they would go with, because that's kind of the Primal Dialga. And you would say, oh yeah, this is not... Well, you see, Primal Dialga is not canon to normal Pokemon either.
I mean, with the way how Shadow Lugia act in the Gale of Darkness, this pretty like the whole Shadow Pokemon you could equivalent to unleashing their original power.
Yeah, like, basically, the big difference between Mystery Dungeon and actual, Pokemon, right, is that every single of the 1,000 arms of Arceus basically has a primal state. When they lose their mind and they basically, like, ascertain their own primality, right? No.
And Shadow Lugia is like the essence of primal state for him.
Yeah, like, I'm kind of rolling with that. That might not... I'm pretty sure there's probably someone who will point out to something in the manga that where, this makes no sense. But I'm like... I'm rolling with it, guys. I'm definitely pulling some stuff.
I do like
It's
this
okay.
idea of them a lot.
I would love to see what the Primal Lugia looks like. I can't even imagine, okay?
I mean, I know it'd be kind of fucked up to see in a lot of the game, in a lot of Mystery Dungeon stuff, but I would be curious to see what other primal forms of the the legendaries would be.
Yeah, because, like, we've seen we've seen the Titans being primal. We've seen Dialga and Palkia being primal. We've seen Rayquaza being primal. And we've seen Suicune go primal between the games and the manga. Also, by the way, Primal Suicune is fucking horrifying when I was fighting him. In Super, fucking scary as fuck.
Oh, I bet. Something that was all about healing, like, well, cleaning water and purification stuff. I can only imagine what it can do to if it goes like feral.
Yeah, like Mr. Itachi is really good at taking something that's supposed to be nice and cuddly and cute and turning it into an absolutely horrifying Lovecraftian monster.
God, can you imagine what the essence trio would be like? Uxie, Azelf, and Mesprit.
Oh my fucking god. Can you imagine what the Primal Xerneas would look like?
What about a primal fucking Reshiram over here?
Oh no, oh yeah, because she's a god too, so she could actually also go primal. See, this is like that big thing with every god, you know. Fucking Arceus can go technically primal.
Oh god.
Primal Reshiram literally turns into anti-Applejack. Just trying to lie all the time.
Well, no, primality doesn't mean that they are the opposite of what they are. Primality means that they actually become so focused on what they are that it slowly starts destroying them and everything around them.
So Primal Arceus would be basically the Demiurge.
Yes. Actually.
Huh.
But yeah. Now that we have recapped everything, we had lots of lore talk. Let us begin, shall we?
Yeah.
So we are still down there, you know, in that little cave that you have with Lapras, and your friend Thrack just vanished. With a scream.
The last thing we were.
And then eventually, very quickly, you know, in a few seconds, the pressure that you were feeling is gone.
Aries?
There's an easy way to solve this, you know.
He's not here though.
Bean. My base.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
My base.
Reshirams too.
I'm so glad in the next campaign we are not using these anymore.
Yeah, just using
Yes.
this little tile is so much better, so you don't have to worry about.
I know, like, all of you were, like, kinda against it for a moment, but now it's like, you all understand how much easier it is, especially with the way dungeons are structured now.
Yes. Oh boy.
If only the models worked as they were intended to work.
Well, cannot have nice things, buddy.
I know. Anyway.
Check Reshiram's shiny form? Oh? Shiny Reshiram. I didn't even know gods can be shiny. Oh my god! Yo, dog! Alright, Reshiram's shiny form is definitely aggressive Arceus themed.
Yeah, actually, it starts getting like a gold band and everything.
Yeah. Hey, everyone,
then-
check out what a Reshiram if shiny looks like. That is aggressively Arceus.
And then, what is?
That is screaming, I am one of the arms.
It seems like with Zekrom shiny, like he gets a little bit brighter and like the accent areas turn darker.
Yeah.
And then there's shiny Kiram who has a pink forehead now.
Add weird lines to it, make her bigger and scarier, and that's basically what her primal form would probably look like. Okay.
I can believe that, like
Okay, I can kind of see that.
the gold bands around her. That would be pretty cool to see right now.
Yeah, because, you know, Aries knows something about a different god that I'm specifically not mentioning what he looks like when he goes primal.
So, Vaporeon's just going to sit, start rubbing her head, and say, I swear, I'm pretty sure, I'm 90% sure I don't have a physical brain anymore, and yet, I swear, a migraine is oncoming.
All of you are gonna hear this from Cosmon.
Yes, we got that, Cosmom. We all felt it.
Mushroom just notes.
Hey, Reshiram,
Yes?
are you able to tell which way that pressure went?
Yes, I'm actually rather capable of tracking it.
Which direction did it go? Just
She,
further down, or...
she points at the floor and starts moving her wing, like, across the floor.
Okay, so it went further down.
She then
Just
looks
like
at you and she says, I'm not a very good swimmer.
I mean,
just like straight down, or
Yes. She actually looks at the floor. It is getting further and further away.
is Lapras here with us?
Yeah.
Hey Lapras,
She looks at you.
you wouldn't happen to know anybody who can learn dive, do you? Or knows it?
She's actually going to move her fin to her chest and say, oh, I have no idea.
Oh boy.
she only taught it to me just the other day.
Yes.
You learn to swim. Surf, not
I-
dive.
I did learn dive as well.
You have dive on your thing.
Not currently equipped, no, because you can only have one HM equipped at a time. You have to pick every day or whenever you go to bed which HM you want active at that time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know you had. I actually honestly didn't know you had dive. I only knew you.
Lapras is
learned
going to
surf.
nod and say, yes, I do understand what you mean. I could take one of you with me onto the ocean. And she then looks at Aries and says, I'm really sorry that your abilities are gonna be tested so early.
He's just gonna kind of shrug and say, honestly, it's par for the course at this point. I was kind of skeptical that something wasn't going to go wrong, and just like I thought, something did go wrong.
Rashav is going to look at all of it. I wouldn't doubt if this was part of Zekrom's plan.
I don't think it is. I know Lugia, and I don't think he's consorting with Zekrom.
You don't actually know it's Lugia, by the way.
Or, fair enough. Then she's just gonna say, I honestly have no idea. Whatever it is, it's strong enough to apparently cancel out any powers that Thrack has to escape them. She's just gonna like shake her head and just say, I know you don't exactly, or weren't exactly hoping to go back in so soon, but if you want to go back in your ball for just a little bit so we can take you with us, I'm pretty sure that's the only way we could get you down there with us.
She's actually going to look at you and say, there's one thing. I really do not know how to swim. If you pull me out in the middle of the ocean, I'm just not gonna be very useful.
She's just gonna nod and say, if it ends up being in the open ocean, I won't pull you out at all.
If you do need help, do it anyway. I may struggle, I may get hurt, but I will be able to defend you for at least a second.
She's just gonna shake her head and just say, I wouldn't do that to you at all.
She actually narrows her eyes and says, Vaporeon? That was not a request.
She just just shrugs.
I will not allow any of you to be damaged on my watch. I am not gonna be like my brothers.
There's a difference between being a out of character. What's the term for genocidal? That's the word. There's a difference between being genocidal and having self-preservation.
Yes, and I have self-preservation for you. Yeah, she
That's
gives
not-
you a grin.
That's not self-preservation.
Oh, is it not? Are you not helping me trying to figure this whole thing out? I would say that's part of self-preservation. I'm technically not helping you, I'm helping myself.
She's just gonna smile at that. Here's to hoping it doesn't come to that at all.
She's going to look at both of you and say, you need to get your other friends. Your friend Thrack may not be here, but you do have another ally.
I'm not sure who else could survive such a swim. The only person in the guild that is even capable of breathing under the water is just a human who doesn't really understand why he's here yet.
Well, I mean, whether he understands or not, it is not actually important, but...
I mean, as true as that is, I kind of don't want to drag him into it.
She just looks at you and says, this is a guild, no? You explained to me how this works. Are you not supposed to be using your guildmates? Aren't you the leader?
I mean,
Like a general in a battle.
I mean, you're not entirely wrong, but at the same time...
If anything, you should be staying inside this building while we all go and fight.
Again, technically, but at the same time, our guild has always been a little bit different, and we, like, the whole guild thing is to send teams, and we can't exactly send their team when 2 out of the 3 literally can't breathe underwater.
And one of them gets hurt just by being in water.
Yes. I know what chain of command is.
Rishweb is going to look at Cosmo and nod and say, yes, indeed. I actually agree. She then, actually is going to put you down from her. She's going to give you head pats and say, do not worry. Me and your other companions can take care of this.
No.
So how does
Again.
it work in mystery dungeon games when you have an underwater dungeon?
So what do you say?
So I'm sorry to interrupt, but how does it work in mystery dungeon games when you have a dungeon that's underwater?
Well, I mean, we see that quite a lot just in Explorers and in many other, basically the underwater dungeons, right? They are not actually underwater inside, they are it's kind of like, you know how in Minecraft, you have those, like, underwater temples?
Yep.
Now, imagine if those were not actually underwater, well, like, the inside wasn't underwater.
I've actually done that. I've gone out of my way to dry out the entire insides of one of those before.
Yeah, like, that's basically how it was explained to me. Because this topic did actually come up, and apparently, according to the lore, the insides of the underwater dungeons are not actually underwater. And yes, fish can float and such, and for some reason there's a lot of fish in these, even though they're not underwater. Don't ask questions!
Anyways, so carry on. I was just wondering because, you know, it might be relevant here soon.
I mean, yes, this is gonna be incredibly relevant very soon.
And so anyway, Vaporeon's just going to, like, give a defiant look, and she's just going to say, I am not a slinging orders type. I am a lead by example type, and you're going to deal with that.
She looks at you and says, "Oh, and what you're gonna do about it, Vaporeon?"
She's just going to puff up her chest, walk over to the water's edge, and just dive in
I'm just
and
going to
start
just.
swimming.
I'm just going to sigh. Just, she's actually going to look at Vincent and be like, "Is she always like this?"
It, it seems to happen more often than not.
You also forgot to put me in the Pokeball.
I mean, Vincent has the Pokeball.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway. Guess we should probably go.
Well,
If it was me, I can't really swim either, so.
Lapra's just going to look at you and say, hello. I already offered my help.
Yeah, I'm looking at restaurant, like, and then Cosmo, I'm right here.
Yeah, Cosmo is just going to look at you and say, and in your head, you're gonna hear...
Aren't we missing somebody?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a hold of you, just... yeah, gotta contact him. Well, the thing is, if like now we gotta, the more I'm gonna do this stuff, the further he's gonna get away. So, I think we're gonna have to let her do this on her own because of the fact that we're gonna have to go wait like at least an hour, maybe half an hour for Lucky to get back here.
In your head, you're gonna hear...
I think it's more that she'd rather risk her own life than put the life of her friends on the line. That's mainly it. But
Rasher is actually going to just sigh at that and say, she really reminds me of someone.
always putting themselves over the
Yes.
putting the needs of others over themselves.
Again, she reminds me of my old trainer.
Yeah.
She just shakes her head and says, absolute idealist. An idiot to boot, but I would protect him with my life.
Oh. I guess while we're talking, I'm gonna send a message to Lucky. I say, hey, I think this is working again. Can you guess what happened?
So, Lucky,
Yeah?
you know how you are just vibing with Umbreon and you're finally happy and calm and everything is right?
Yeah.
You get Wonder Mail.
You get that DM. Shit.
I look at the Wonder Mail and sigh. Of course.
I'm like, can you guess?
And then I read it.
Alright, so DJ, what does it exactly say?
Yeah, I was just saying, like, hey, it's me. We figured out, well, kind of figured out what was going on with the messages. There was a strong legendary Pokemon underneath the island. And Thrack went to go figure it out and got pulled away by them. Ares jumped in, went after him, and now I'm messaging you to say, like, probably need to return now. to get that, I'm like, all right. Lucky should be here soon. Thinking of it, like, well, looking at Reshiram and Cosmo and Lapras, I'm like, God, things never go easy here, do they?
I explained
Oh,
the
well.
situation to Umbreon, and then I head off back toward the town.
The thing you will see is Umbreon just looking sad as you go.
Yeah, I'm looking sad as well. To part.
Hell, I feel
But it
bad
does
for
involve
being
his
the one that
sister,
said
so-
Yeah. It's also involving your friends and, the guild and Capim and, oh god, so much baggage.
it.
Just
Well,
making sure his sister doesn't get into any trouble, basically.
Rasham is actually going to look at you, Vincent, and say, you happen to know which way, your friend is gonna go?
so Lucky, she should be coming from, I think it's the west.
Oh,
It's gonna be that hard.
oh, in that case, she's going to take a deep breath. And she's going to say, this is going to sound very strange, but could you please mount me?
All right. And God damn it, big old monkey getting on top of a dragon's back.
Have you ever ridden a dragon before?
No, but I've ridden on the back of a Rhydon. Not right on Rhyhorn.
In that case, please, hold on.
Okay, and I
She-
listen and hold on.
You see Lapras just swim to the side. She knows what's about to happen.
Oh shit!
And Reshiram, you can see Reshiram's back area just light up, and whoosh.
Yep. Making sure I have Cosmo with me, in my bag, how Ares would keep them.
Alright, would you show Reshiram which way she's supposed to go?
Yes, I will point towards where the hidden path is, going towards the Eden Village.
So, Leafian,
Yep.
as we are going through the usual way, you see something really fucking fast just go across the sky.
I'm gonna try and keep my eyes looking down to see if I notice.
Do me a alert check.
'Cause, I mean, I am trying to look for a leaf in the middle of a forest.
Yes.
Alright.
Be a monkey.
Yeah, I don't think I'm fighting him. I have a 3. Yes.
Oof. You sure you want to stick with that?
Let me go check how much will I. I guess I'll use 2 more will for it.
I decided to do Leroy Jenkins and just go in.
Kinda. Alright, I'll reroll 2. Yeah, apparently, I am sticking with it. My guy rolled worse.
Leafian, are you by any chance trying to make yourself more visible?
I am actually not really caring about my visibility because I'm trying to get back to town.
Okay. Mi a momento. It's like, the thingy I'm using for rolling and such doesn't work. Reason I need to. We can find a different one.
Oh boy.
Ah, there we go.
It's a good thing I don't travel as a flabebe.
God.
Yeah. That's spawning a needle in the haystack.
Would you be like really slow if you did?
Ah,
Magic movement. But, oh boy.
I'm uploading music right now. Hope this is the correct one. Yep. Alright, Rilaboom?
Yeah.
You're pretty sure you notice a very confused looking Leafian.
I see them. I point to Pressure. I'm like, there they are.
Yep, she's going to immediately stop. And then mid-air, just 180.
Oh god. Holding off a
Leafian?
yeah.
A star is falling at you.
Ah, I dodge.
And then it lands.
Oh god.
Boom!
Oh, you scared me.
Oh god.
Don't be scared, little one. We have a job to do.
Yeah, I've heard.
Oh boy. Yeah. So. Hop on.
I hop on.
You see, before you hop on, you see Reshiram take a deep breath. And Rillaboom, you can see that the fur, you know, like the fluffiness on her back, like stands up.
Yeah.
She's still not completely okay with this.
I guess I'll kind of like pat her like back area, like. Thank you, Restaurant, for all this.
She's just going to nod quietly and then look at you and say, "Alright, let's go towards that. I hope Vaporeon knows what she's doing."
I look at Vincent. Has anyone tried using a roll call orb?
Well, I don't have one.
I do.
You have one on you right now?
Yes.
Reshiram looks at you. What is this roll call orb?
It brings everyone on my team back to in a close proximity to me.
Oh, then go use it. That would actually help us very much if Vaporeon was here with us, right?
I mean, would it also bring Thrack?
I would assume so, if that's
But
how it works.
no, because if there is any kind of Pokemon putting out any kind of like pressure, orbs seem to not work around them.
But I'm using it from here, and the orb would work.
Yeah, but I guess we could try it. I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
I'll use the roll call orb.
Alright, use it. So, Aries,
Yes.
you went into the water. What would you do in the water while all of this was happening elsewhere?
So, what everyone else would have failed to realize is that she actually would have only been under for like a minute or two before coming back up, looking at Lapras and being like, "Where did everyone go?" I was kind of planning on piggybacking off of you down since I don't have dive on right now.
Lapras is going to look at you and say, I think they are currently looking for you and Lucky.
How can they be looking for me?
So, long story short, I think they assumed that you would actually leave without them.
I was only like 10 feet down.
She's just going to shrug and say, "Don't tell that to me."
She's just gonna sigh and just facepalm a little bit.
She's going to lift her fin, give you head pats and say, "Young people are wonderful, aren't they? So much energy."
She's just gonna nod and just say, "I am a little bit sad that they interrupted Lucky's date, but I suppose we could use all the help we can get." Considering whatever it was powerful enough to block Wondermail, that means they're probably somewhere on the power level of Reshiram herself.
Indeed. Honestly, the smartest thing would be to bring the entire guild, but I'm not gonna tell you how to do your thing.
Well, I mean, do you think you could get the entire guild down there?
No,
She just nods.
but I know
Exactly.
that at least young Poplio knows how to dive.
I mean, as true as that might be, I don't want to, rip her away. Well, rip him, her, whatever, away from their team.
Oh, who says you have to?
What do you mean?
I mean, Poplio could just bring them with her.
But they can't breathe underwater there. And in fact, one of them is actually quite anathema to water.
Well, do I have good news for you? You see, part of being able to dive is also being able to dive with someone, and you just exchange your oxygen with them.
Would that still not extinguish a fire type's so-called, metaphorical flame?
That depends on what kind of fire type are we talking about.
Well, I've heard, we don't have one, but I've heard stories about Charmanders and their tails being put out.
Well, yes, but are we talking about Charmander?
No.
Well, then I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Cubo.
She's just gonna kind of sigh, and she'll write pretty much just a quick, concise wonder mail, essentially just stating to Cubone specifically, or York, I suppose. Please gather your team and meet in the space beneath the guild.
Alright. Thankfully that's just upstairs.
Yep.
So, like, it would take them, like, I don't know, like, 50 seconds to a minute. And yeah, T-Bone arrives. Confused.
Just kind of swim up to the edge of the water that as they approach and just say, "Hey guys."
Zoro steps forward, her arm's still fucked up, and she just looks at you and says, what's the matter, boss?
Well, how's the arm?
She looks at her arm, she looks at you and says, yeah, one.
She's just gonna nod and say, do you think I could borrow York and Poplio from you for the day?
She tilts her head and says, why?
We're just about to go on a personal little underwater dive mission, and, well, it's gonna be difficult to take, multiple Pokemon that can't, swim underwater by themselves.
So... are we going to fight someone?
Probably not.
She just
I mean, if you want to...
Go on.
Go ahead.
No, you.
So if you want to stay and enjoy the party while we go take care of a mission, that'd be fine.
She's just going to shrug and say, well, I'm coming. She turns around and say, right, Brian, this is the time. You're finally going to prove yourself. But Brian is just going to nod excitedly. Yep, Yorick just nods as well.
Well, the issue is, can you breathe underwater by yourself?
No.
Then how do you expect to come along?
Oh, it's alright, Brian knows dive.
Yes, but he can only do that for one Pokemon. Other than himself.
She tilts her head. Why are you saying himself?
I said other than himself. Or, sorry, herself.
Brian just waves his fin and just says, it's a little bit complicated, so doesn't get it yet.
Yeah, just call it a human thing, Zoro.
Anyway, long story short, we are coming.
Poplio and Yorick are coming.
No, I'm the leader of the team. That means I'm coming or they are not coming. Brian's just going to like look over Zoro's shoulder and say, "I don't think you get to make that decision. It's kind of the leader."
Vaporeon just nods and says, "In your condition, I especially don't want you down there. It's likely not going to be a dangerous mission in the first place, but even just a dive alone, if you were to try to, you would surely drown, first of all. And second of all, even if we did find someone to dive with you, chances are you'd end up getting more injured just from the travel alone."
So what you see is she actually takes the thing, you know, the strap that's holding her arm, and she actually removes it.
Oh, dear Arceus. And she actually pulls out her Wonder Mail and just starts riding in front of Zoro.
Yep. Zoro just like stretches her arm, and then she just says, "All right, ready to go, boss."
And she just continues riding her Wonder Mail.
Who are you writing to?
She starts riding a Wonder Mail to Audino.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Pretty much just saying, if you could do me the wondrous favor of coming down into the cavern beneath the guild and talking some sense into Zoro, who is trying to follow us on a mission while injured, I would appreciate it.
And Vaporeon?
Uh-huh.
It's around now that you suddenly vanish.
Ah.
And over here, you guys start to see Vaporeon in the middle of writing.
Does do I get Thrack's paper as well?
No.
Damn, it didn't work. It did not work.
Guys, why am I here?
Recall orb.
Don't you think it would have been smarter to do that at the guild?
Reshiram looks at you and says, "Wouldn't it be smarter to not rush into danger headlong like a buffoon?"
I was still at the guild.
What?
I was waiting for you guys to be taken down with Lapras. I was only about 10 feet down the whole time just waiting for you guys.
You did?
You know, that'd be important information for you to tell us that when before you dive in.
Well, when I dived in, the consensus was that that's what was going to happen.
But we were still planning it out, and you just dove right in because you were saying, like, I'm putting my foot down, and you went in.
The only thing I was putting my foot down in was that I'm not going to be throwing Reshiram out into open water.
You're gonna hold up the Pokeball?
Oh, and also that I'm not going to just sit by back at the guild and let you guys do it.
Did you guys hear Ghostbomb say this?
She's just not even going to justify that with a response. Anyway, we need to get back to the guild.
Why? We're already here.
She just looks around.
I can take you all towards the ocean spot.
Yes, but we had... I was planning on bringing Poplio and York.
Wait, so you were fighting with me over this, you were arguing, and now you're doing the thing that I said anyway?
Not exactly, but mostly, yes. Lapras talked me into it, you can thank her.
Ares conceded the point.
Again, you can thank Lapras.
She's just going to sigh and say humans.
Anyway, and besides, we all kind of need Lapras in the first place, so we can't just, go over the water and then you try to fly into the water.
The shrimp opens her mouth, and then stops and nods. That is a good point.
So, shall we head back to the guild?
You know we have a boat, right?
And boats can't go underwater, right?
Some can.
The shrimp looks at you. I can push a boat underwater.
Our boat is not the type that goes underwater. It's not a submarine.
What's a submarine?
A metal tube that humans use to get deep underwater, where they pretty much have constant air.
We can ask Slash and borrow his.
Oh, good
And by
God.
ask, I mean take it. Take it.
She's actually going to look at you and say, "Do you know the location of this Slash? I could deliver you to there."
See, therein lies the issue. We don't know where he is, and even if we did know where he is, we don't have time to go over, fight him, take his boat, go down there. We need to go save our friend now.
It's such a
So,
fitting music, by the way.
we are going back to the guild.
Well then, in that case, mount me.
She'll just kind of nod and gently climb aboard her back.
You notice that she doesn't even have that reaction anymore because she's just kinda done.
And
Yep, she makes sure that all of you are set up. And then...
I'm sorry, Aries. I'm just trying to give you a hard time.
Yep,
My character's thinking like a Pokemon.
she's just going to
Yes.
take you all on her back. Going to wiggle herself a little bit and... Whoosh.
Whee!
Yep, she just delivers all of you back towards the cave. Lapras is currently in the process of talking to Zoro.
And by the way, she still would have sent that message to Audino, by the way.
Yes, I assume so.
Essentially just, please come to the Space Center of the Guild and talk some sense into Zoro for me.
I'm just going to fly in.
The roll call orb was an attempt to get Thrack. Not really just you, though, so.
She'll kind of just nod and say, it is a good idea, but you do know what gods do with orbs and orb-like items, right?
Yeah, but it worked on the continent of sand. I just thought it would work here.
I mean, it worked on the continent of sand because we were recalling each other from normal Pokemon. None of us have been held captive by some mysterious god-level Pokemon.
Lapras is going to look at you guys and say, "Ah, welcome back."
Hi. They tried to roll call, that's why I disappeared.
Ah, wonderful. You know, it is usually not the case for someone to be arriving through that cave except for me.
She's just gonna nod. But, yeah, anyway. Have you managed to talk some sense into Zoro, or are we gonna have to wait for Audino?
Oh, I actually kind of agree with Zoro.
Oh, no.
I mean, if she believes she can handle it, then she's a big girl and she should be able to handle it, no? She then gives you a grin and says, "And you know, a little pain is very good for the character after all."
Makes sense.
She can't breathe underwater.
Brian waves his fin and just says, "I mean, I can solve that."
Can you solve that for her and Yorick simultaneously?
I can try.
I can't breathe underwater either.
She's just gonna shake her head and say, we don't have time for trying. I'm pretty sure Lapras has been doing this for more lifetimes than you can even fathom, and even she knows that you can't
Lapras
really
is
do
good.
more than one.
Lapras is going to look hurt and she says, "Are you calling me old?"
No, I'm calling you experienced.
It's okay, I'm just pulling your leg.
Hi, Lapras.
Hello there, Lucky. How are you?
I've been better.
She's actually going to swim closer to you. She's going to sniff something. And then she's going to smile and say, "Had a good time?"
Yeah, but you know, as usual, an emergency called me away.
To be young again. But yes, who's gonna be coming with me?
Well, I would assume that, considering his size, you'd probably be best suited to taking Rilaboom.
Alright. Big monkey. On my back.
Oh, all right. So, every one base on top of another,
All your bases are belong to us?
pretty much. Oh, I'm taking someone's thing.
Okay. I have it.
Yep. So I'm gonna attempt to get onto the Lapras's back.
Get on the Hydra's back.
Okay.
It works.
Now another thing. I don't know. Like I'm thinking about it. Are Pokeballs waterproof? I've never really had to open them up water.
The Restroom is going to look at you and say, yes, they are. I sadly have a lot of experience with that.
Oh.
She's going to sigh. Back when we were fighting Team Plasma. Well, let's just say that they did have a weird thing for having ships and having to fight underwater.
Alright, well, I guess
I
that's one way to keep you safe.
I look over at Aries. Speaking of, have you figured out what we're doing what we're doing with that other Pokeball?
She's just gonna kind of shake her head and say, "We will go back for it if we can find a use for it. Otherwise, it may just be better off destroyed."
Oh boy.
I'm talking about the other one. The one with someone in it.
Oh yeah, that one.
I'm planning on talking. She's gonna give Reshiram a pat on the leg here and just say, "I'm planning on talking with someone very knowledgeable on that about teaching him about this world, and that's the extent of it."
She
I
looks
don't
at you
plan
and
on
says, I have no idea who
using
you're
him."
talking about.
Well,
Anyway,
there's a
Oh,
Pokeball with Entei in it.
yes,
The legendary Pokemon?
Yes.
she's gonna nod.
Why do you have a Pokeball with Ante?
Because this world is weird, and one of our other it's difficult to explain, but there's these things called itemizer orbs, and let's just say we had a recent encounter with someone that was essentially immortal, and I wasn't about to risk my friends getting hurt because we were fighting a Pokemon we couldn't kill. So I turned him into an item, and that item, for some reason, became a Pokeball with a Pokemon in it.
She's actually
I
going to
don't
stop.
understand it.
She's going to look at you and say, you've turned a Pokemon into an item.
It's actually a lot more common than you may think.
That doesn't make it good. If
I
anything, that
never
makes
said
it
was
better.
good. I never claimed that it was a good thing. I am fully aware of how terrible it is, but in the
She
end,
points her wing at you, and as a Pokemon of truth, I request you to cease using such items.
she's just gonna kind of shrug and just say, "When it comes to the life or death of my friends, I always put my friends first."
That is a very dangerous mentality, Vaporeon.
She's just gonna nod and say,
That is how my brothers probably came to be the way they are right now.
she's just gonna nod and say, "And I fully accept the consequences." But that's neither here nor there right now. We have a Pokemon to save.
It's going to sigh. Anyway, she's actually going to look at Lucky and say, Zoroark,
Yeah.
turn into Vaporeon.
Okay. I turn into Vaporeon.
Human? This is weird. Human? This is really weird. This
Oh,
was
boy.
so wrong. Oop.
Double Vaporeon.
Yo, dude, how come you can have two Vaporeons? Yep. She's going to look at you and say, my old master, he used to have one such as you. And I just say that turning into a water-type Pokemon was very useful when we were fighting Team Plasma.
She's just gonna nod in her agreement.
There are probably
Alright.
aspects of this ability of yours that you cannot even comprehend yet, Zoroark.
Yeah, I was always wondered why I could actually, fly a little, even when I was when I turned into a flying Pokemon.
She nods and says, you could even take my form.
Well, that's one conundrum solved. And she kind of just glances over at Zoro.
She just crosses her arms. You can definitely see that when she crosses her other arm, she feels pain. And she says, I'm not budging.
And she just kind of like looks up at the stairs. Then back at Zoro.
At the stairs you can see Audino. Standing there, looking at you menacingly.
She's just going to look right back. And then just like nod her head towards Zoro.
JoJo menacing thing.
She just looks at Audino. She looks at you and says, I'm still not budging.
She's no longer paying attention to Zoro specifically.
Audino steps down. Makes her way down. She just says, so what's going on? I was actually having a good time upstairs.
Sorry, Aldino. I hate to pull you away from things, but we've got a quick... Thrack's been poke-napped and we're on a rescue mission now.
It's always, it's
Zoro's-
always something with you.
And Zoro seems to think that she can breathe underwater, and not only that, but go on an underwater mission with us while A, she cannot breathe underwater, and B, she's injured. She's gonna point to the sling that's now on the floor.
So I told you that you are gonna have to take care of it for at least a week. You would now know that Zoro told you that she's only gonna be out for about 2 days.
Yep, I remember.
Yep, Zoro's just going to nod and say, yep, and I'm not gonna be using that arm. So you're gonna be using your moves with one arm. Yep, that's the plan.
Underwater, where you can't breathe.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Yep. Audino just looks at you, Vaporeon.
She just looks right back pleadingly.
Audino just looks at Zoro and says, Zoro, could I check your arm? Okay. Audino checks the arm. She reaches into her bag and then throws something in Zoro's face.
Is it
Pocket
a sleep
sand.
seed?
Sleep powder.
And Zoro eats it and falls asleep.
Pocket sand.
There we
She-
go.
So,
Vaporeon breathes a small sigh of relief.
You can see Yorick, like about to attack Audino, by the way.
Yorick, it's okay. You know Aldino would never hurt her. She's just
Yes.
sleeping.
She is okay. She's just asleep because I honestly do not have the energy to deal with her right now.
Aldino's just protecting her from herself.
Yes. Actually, could you... She points at the strap. Looks at the strap. Looks at her. Looks at the strap. Picks up the strap. Gives the strap to Audino. Thank you. Don't worry, I will take care of her. Oh, I did it before, I can do it now. then going to look at you and say, I don't know where you guys are going, I don't know what you guys are gonna be doing, but please don't get hurt.
Thrack.
She'll just nod and
Oh,
say,
hey.
we will do our best.
Hey, Frag, it turns out these motherfuckers traveled in time.
Yeah, they did. And we will in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, in 2 weeks. That means we have 2 more weeks to deal with this shit. By the way, guys, that means Windswept is also gonna be 1 hour earlier, so I guess I'm not gonna be going to bed at all.
I'm sorry, Finn.
Sorry, Finn.
Agriculture is terrible.
And then in 2 weeks there's gonna be more confusion. But yeah, Audino is just going to grab Riolu, throw her over her shoulder, and just say, like I said, just don't get hurt, don't get killed, and, well, bring Frag back, okay?
She's just gonna nod and say, we will do everything in our power.
Right, I'm gonna take that as a promise, because a different guild mistress made a promise like that to me, and then a friend of mine never returned. That is all.
She's just gonna nod.
Alright. Audino has kidnapped Zoro.
Then she's just going to smile and say, okay, so, Yorick, you're gonna obviously be with Pokerole. She can help you breathe under the water when we go down. So, just stick with her, okay?
He knows.
And then, Poplio, Brian, we are going to pretty much just cling to Lapras, because she can swim down faster than we could ever hope to swim down.
Okay, I can do that.
And then she's just gonna nod, and then just say, alright,
May I speak?
go on.
Can I just say how really nice it is to have 2 Vaporeons? Vaporeons are the best evil.
I frowned.
Vaporeon looks uncomfortable about that statement, but just smiles and says, right, well, not sure what to say about that, but
I mean,
anyway.
Do you mean just they're really nice? Being underwater is nice.
They are pretty nice. I'm just not sure how to respond to that.
I prefer being a Leafian.
I mean, Leafians are nice too. Just Vaporeons are nicer?
Hey guys, did you know?
No! You stop that right now. We have managed to do this. We have 2 Vaporeons on the table right now, and we have managed to not say that line. Okay, so leave me alone, motherfucker.
Alright, well, anyway, okay. So, Vincent, would you care to do the honors?
So, one thing I just realized. Look over here on Thrack's sheet.
Oh my god, it was Frag who had the Pokeball.
Yeah. Why?
Well, do you remember where you are?
Yeah, with Shadow Lugia.
Oh, Primal Lugia, but yes.
You know where we're going.
I thought Vincent had it.
I thought Vincent had it too.
I thought Vincent had it too, but apparently not.
I subverted your expectations, guys.
God damn it. So what now?
I did have it. I gave it back to you guys, so you put it in the safe, and then
Frag got it.
Thrack went to go grab it for us, and he released Reshiram to talk to Zekrom and never gave the ball.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
no
no.
one asked me to give them the ball.
Well. Alright then.
Fox, Arctic Fox, I am not going to respond to that because that's spoilers. But you are closer than you probably imagine. But yeah, what now, boys? Because then you get suddenly realize no one has the ball.
Well,
I thought
at
you
this
had
point,
Vincent.
Well,
I did a double check on my inventory, and no. Because remember who we sent to go pick up the ball from your safe areas?
she's just gonna nod. Yes. Remember.
And yeah, they still had it on them when they got abducted.
Well, then, in this case, that leaves us with one option to get Reshiram down there.
you gotta.
I'm going.
She looks at you. I'm not swimming.
I mean, would it bother you to swim with me?
Yes.
There's not really any other option to take you with us.
If nothing else, I'm at least going to fly over, and I'm actually going to show you where the position is, because I highly doubt a little would-be god here, she points at Cosmo, a little would-be god would actually be able to properly pinpoint it.
Oh
Cosmo,
God,
Cosmo looks at it and says,
oh God, I can already feel the remark coming. Yep, there it is.
yeah, she just looks at it and says, you're literally a child.
Actually, a teenager now.
A terrible
You're not
teenager.
Cosmo is going to look at Reshiram, and you just hear,
Vaporeon's just groaning.
Reshiram's just going to groan and say, this is why I never wanted little ones.
Okay. Let's just deal with things one at a time.
She tilts her head and says, what do you mean? Surely there's more Reshirams out there. What do you
Lucky.
mean?
Yes.
I need to borrow you. And she's just gonna start like heading up towards Kangaskhan storage.
Okay, I go with.
The fish comes with fish.
Yes.
Double fish.
Whoa, dude, double fish? How come your mom lets you have two fish?
And then I'm pretty much just gonna stop at the Kangaskhan storage and say, the only way to solve bringing Reshiram is for me to have dive, and the only way for me to get dive is to switch it out, and the only way for me to switch it out is for me to be unconscious. So I'm gonna have to pull out the sleep wand. You're gonna have to hit me with it, and then after about 5 minutes, you're gonna have to force feed me a chesto berry to get me back awake. Actually, no, I don't need a chesto berry. You can just put my insomnoscope onto me, and that should work.
Okay.
She's just gonna nod. She's gonna take off her insomnoscope.
Do you know how weird this sounds?
She's just gonna nod and say yes, but we need to get past that. We have more important things to do right now. Our friend is missing.
Congratulations, Lucky, you're about to, what do you call it when you, like, give pills to someone on a date?
Feed them.
Yeah, you're about to roofie Aries.
Anyways, I pick up the wand. Sleep.
Aries,
I do not resist.
you sleep.
Okay. And in my quick 5 minutes of sleep, I'm going to switch out surf for dive.
Alright.
So I will give this back to you.
Back to me? Oh, you can just keep it somewhere on your thing.
Oh, okay. Then I would like to get my dive from you.
Oh yeah, I honestly should have given you a dive a long time ago. I don't know why I didn't! I was probably being a lazy asshole. There you go. There's the fish. There's the fish.
Alrighty. I re-equip dive and wait for my revival.
Oh, lucky. You have an incredible defenseless Ares there. You could do literally anything. You could draw things on his face.
Tempted, but I'm not that guy. I put the insomnoscope on Ares, though. It is a good opportunity to let Ares sleep for once.
Yeah, I know, right? You guys could literally just go resolve this Thrack situation and just like put him in a room and just like have him rest.
But this is a situation where Ares would come in handy because Ares also knows Lugia.
Yep. Alright.
Alright.
Ares, you awaken.
Ah.
You literally just had like a don't even fight, like a 2-minute nap.
You good now?
You're a child that fell asleep in the stroller and woke back up.
What the fuck?
She stops for a moment, draws a deep breath, and then just nods. Yeah, let's go. And she's gonna head back down to the bottom of the guild.
And as you guys return, you can see that Cosmo and the Russia was doing an argument!
And Lapras and Vincent are probably like, help me, please.
Yeah, Rilaboom, this whole time you were basically accidental part of this argument between who is older, considering Cosmo's body right now is like not even a cycle old, and Reshiram is like tens of thousands of old, but technically Cosmo is older than Reshiram in the grand scheme of things.
I just grabbed Cosmo away and put the...
Cosmo looks at you, wants to send you a message, but you can't because dark
LOL. LOL.
I'm just over there holding my head like, ow, ow, ow. This hurts. I've never had to think this hard before.
Lapras just looks at you with a smile and she just says, you really should not be doing that.
It's involuntary.
Okay.
It's nice
Right.
and peaceful.
Now, there we go. Now, the problem of how we get you down there, Reshiram, is solved. I can assist you now.
She looks at you, what do you mean?
I can dive you down there.
I think you didn't understand me. I am not swimming.
I mean, you're... Well, there's no other way to, get you down there to help us rescue Thrack.
Alright, please let me explain myself. When we were fighting Team Plasma, and she takes a deep breath, father has almost defeated us, I was stuck on a sinking ship. Alright? I was stuck in a room where there was only barely enough room for me to breathe for about 3 hours in a sinking ship.
If you're uncomfortable with going...
I was alright with you taking me there via a Pokeball, but now that's an idea out of the picture, I can't. I cannot do this, alright?
She's gonna just kind of sigh a little bit and give her a pat and just say, okay.
At least you can give us aerial support if anything comes to the surface.
Yes, I can show you where it is, but don't make me go there. I was even willing to help you underwater for a moment. But no, I don't want to go down there.
She's just gonna shake her head and say, I would never make you do anything that you wouldn't want to do anyway. Just know that 9 times out of 10 we end up in a mystery dungeon, so the chances are we are going to end up in a mystery dungeon, and I don't foresee there being water in the mystery dungeon.
She looks at you. Can you confirm that? Are you 100% sure?
I am not certain. I can't say I know everything about this world, but she's gonna actually glance over at Lapras.
Yep, she's going to nod and
You-
say, vast majority of underwater dungeons are not underwater.
Oh. Okay, so my hunch was right.
Yes, your hunch was incredible, right? It's almost like you've been into this world before.
Well, I mean, I have.
Yes.
It's just the only other one that I have been to was exactly that. It wasn't actually underwater.
Oh, weird. Last time I heard you were the heroes of the water continent.
Well, yes, but surprisingly, we only actually went into one technically water dungeon. But anyway, alright. She's just gonna look back at Reshiram and just say, worst comes to worst. I'm not sure if... She actually thinks for a moment. I'm not sure, would you be technically considered part of our team right now?
She actually looks at you and says, I don't know how that works.
She's gonna think and just say, you know what? She's gonna like puff up her chest a little bit and say, Reshiram, I hereby authorize you as a member of our team, specifically Team Tropic Thunder.
Lapra is going to giggle and she's gonna say, oh, I'm very certain Guild Association is going to love the fact that you just put a legendary Pokemon on your team.
She's just gonna nod and she's just gonna say, and they are going to deal with it.
I mean, they're probably already not happy about the fact I'm gonna be joining the guild. Yo.
She's just gonna nod.
I mean,
Yes.
you see, Laprases are supposed to be a neutral, but
Well, you're the most amazing Lapras that you do things that other Laprases couldn't dream of. That's how amazing you are.
I mean, I have not actually traveled through time yet.
That is of little consequence. You're still amazing. She just smiles at Lapras.
Though, I do know that my mother actually traveled through.
Oh, well. That is the... See, it's heritage then, for you to be the... Oh god, what's the term?
I don't know, what is the term?
The stigma breakers. That's as close to the term as I can get.
Odd.
It's hereditary for you to be the ones to break the stigma. So, anyway, like I said, they will deal with it. She's gonna just like smile and offer Reshiram a badge and just say, "Here."
She looks at the badge, she shrugs, takes it, puts it on her fur and says, this feels weird, but I'm accepting it.
She's just gonna smile and say, "This way, when we get down there, now that you are officially part of our team, we can use our recall trap, and it should just call you straight to us. No diving, no going underwater necessary at all."
We do not.
Do we have an escape orb?
I do not, personally. I don't have room for one either.
Everyone but Lucky hears this, by the way.
She's just
I,
gonna
qui- I,
nod
qui-
and
I,
say,
qui- I quickly rush to the Kangaskhan statue and grab an escape orb.
Oh, I'm gonna hand Lucky an item before they leave, real quick, just to put it in the King Islam statue.
Okay.
Take this to the statue. I don't think we're gonna need that. Unless any of you want Lugia to fall in love with you.
Primal Lugia, probably not.
I mean, I did make Primal Dialga fall in love with a skinny once.
The implication.
Basically proving that Dialga is indeed male.
Man.
Isn't it weird how most of these like legendary duos and triples, they always have like one female Pokemon, right? But like the fucking Dialga, Giratina, and Palkia are all male.
Yeah. So by the way, did you try with male Pokemon using Charm?
No, Skid is female.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Did you try with a different Pokemon that was male using Charm?
No, because that move is actually a rare as fucking Explode Sky.
Fair enough. Alright, well. I think we're all ready then.
Yep.
Now that Lucky has the escape orb, we have a backup plan in case things go wrong before reaching this god Pokemon. Alright, well, anyway. Let's get this show on the road then. She's just gonna, like, float over to Lapras and just pretty much cling to her side.
For sure, I'm just going to look at all of it and say, "Gonna be above you for the meantime."
And she'll just nod.
Yeah?
Alright.
Guys, venture out. And as you guys venture out, you're gonna hear Cosmo go.
Finally, some action.
You know, if I could hear Cosmo, I'd be like, "Oops, I dropped Cosmo."
Oh no!
Dropping a neutron star into the ocean.
Whoa, that's badass.
You're gonna
I mean,
have
hey,
the ocean level
he's just
surprise.
like 2 tons heavy.
No,
Sorry,
he's
two
actually
tons
as
light.
heavy as he wants. That's the problem.
I think
But-
2 tons is his base.
No, like he can actually weigh literally nothing, my dude.
And he can also weigh as much as 20 billion galaxies if he wanted.
If he would do that, the planet would fucking collapse on itself.
Yeah, it will collapse on itself. But he can. That's the thing.
Oh, more than that, it wouldn't just collapse on itself, it would collapse every galaxy probably known in existence. All at
But-
once.
While you guys were doing this, right? All of this nonsense, you know. Thrack,
Yes.
you are being taken away.
Yep.
You're being taken away by a creature that recognizes you. Now, I sadly do not have the proper form of Lugia here, by the way.
Alright.
But I do have the face. This is what he actually is supposed to be. And I'm pretty sure I posted, you know, what the Lugia looks like right now in the group. Scroll up a little bit.
Yes.
But yeah. Thrack,
Yes.
you are traveling through the water at a speed that should be impossible. You're pretty sure that if you were anything but, you know, a dragon slash ghost, you would probably be dead right now. And eventually, everything stops on a dime. As Lugia ventures into some kind of den underwater. And then he actually gently sits you down.
Thanks.
He actually goes around, and he actually you can see that you are in some kind of place, right? Looks
Yes.
kind of old. Has all kinds of old artifacts. Just you know that it's also kind of not taken care of. There's
Yeah.
also like out of trash put together a statue of some kind of Pokemon, so it is kind of difficult to tell what kind of Pokemon that was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And yeah, like Lugia just kind of vibes around. He seems to have like a little bit of tick to him. Eventually, he brings you a set of berries. And he just says,
Oh.
"Here, eat."
Thank you. I'm gonna yum on it.
Yeah, not poisonous, don't worry.
That's good.
Yes, He gave you a set of rivalries just in case you were wounded.
Oh.
And then he just kind of sits down and just looks at you. Like, he's looking at you like he cannot believe you exist.
You look like you saw a ghost.
I'm looking at a ghost right now.
Quite literally.
I couldn't believe this. I know you, but I know you elsewhere.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but someone decided that me and Aries gotta get here second time.
Wait, the other humans are here too?
Out of the old group, only me and Aries got here again.
Oh. I never got to say this, but I'm really sorry about Lucario. It wasn't my fault. It was an accident.
Happened to be
Wait, what happened?
It wasn't my fault. I always wanted to
I mean-
apologize, but that thing was there always with you. He just like shakes his head. Just can't in front of it.
You mean Cosmon?
No. The one who took my purpose. The one who made me obsolete.
Kyogre.
Kyogre.
But it's okay. You're here now. That means the other humans are here. You can help me. You can help me against her. You can make everything better.
You don't need to fight Kyogre, right?
I cannot fight Kyogre. It would be pointless. But we can make it so that she never happened. And you will help me. Right? Used to be friends, right?
Wait, what do you mean she never happened?
We can undo everything that was done wrong. We can put things the way they were supposed to be.
How?
Oh, Thrack, my friend, I have just the thing. He is actually going to, he's actually going to show you a piece of rock that has some kind of, like, drawing on it. With this, we can go to a place that is holy. A place that has a god in it. The god is old. He's bad. He's stupid. We can defeat him easily. And then, when we defeat him, we will use his tower in order to go back in time, and we will undo what was done wrong. We will undo everything.
Poor Tower.
Ah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Good. I always knew that you were smart. What do you say? Just like old times, right? Before I failed everyone. Before everyone failed me. Before I was replaced. Forgotten. Disregarded.
Right, so that's what happened after Kyogre stopped raging?
Yes. She became the guardian of the seas and oceans. That was my job. That was my purpose. She took my purpose. And, ironically, it was you who did it. But, you are not you. You are different you. You can undo the sins of yourself.
Have you never thought about actually working with her?
He tilts his head. What are you talking about? You and her are basically like friends. You work together.
I mean, I would say we were friends as well, but I've heard that you just disappeared after some time.
I never disappeared. I was always here. It's just everyone disappeared around me.
Hmm.
When
Yeah,
one's
probably.
when one's purpose vanishes, so does he vanish from their eyes. And when one vanishes from their eyes, they vanish from their mind.
Hmm.
But it's okay. It is completely alright. This is actually perfect. I found myself being pulled toward, you and what I assume is your other human friends. And now, you will help me. We can make it all better. We can make it all right. What do you say, Thrack? Will you help me?
Hmm. I mean, yeah, it sounds like everything just got fucked.
Exactly. Will you help me undo your sins?
Well, I can't do it alone with you.
Oh,
I'm gonna need the rest of my friends.
could you persuade your friends to help me?
I mean, I could try always.
He actually rubs his wings around you and says, was there never any moment in your life that you wanted to undo?
A few.
What if I were to tell you that with this, you could undo them? You could fix problems, mistakes, errors in judgment. You could do everything better. Imagine that, being able to undo one's mistakes. Being able to make one's relevant.
Mm.
You want to be relevant, right?
See, actually, I've been asking myself that questions a few times, and half of those times I just want to leave the guild and start having a farm.
Lugia blinks a few times and says, there's a guild there?
Yeah,
Oh.
technically
Oh.
I'm an officer of that guild.
Now that is an interesting turnover.
Oh,
Well, 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 Frag. Who is the
a
leader?
guild. Aris.
Oh. Oh, that's wonderful. That's perfect. Frag?
Yeah.
He actually points one of his wings at you and says, you're going to help me now.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Something specific about the guild?
Not really. But if you and Ares are in that guild, and Ares is the leader and you're the officer, that means you could help me quite a lot.
I guess we could.
Yeah, he just smiles to himself and says, in that case, he's actually going to pull out an orb. He's gonna give it to you. Here, use it. Use it now.
What's this orb?
It will let you deliver your friends. To me.
Hmm.
I can stop my power for a moment. And when they are here, it will help me persuade them. Okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
You would not trick me, right?
Why would I trick you?
I don't know. It's very difficult to trust anyone.
I mean, it's very difficult to trust people in general.
Yeah, I used to trust people. There was a time I trust.
Man,
But then, people have shown themselves to be fake. Horrible, horrible creatures.
guys, where's that Dialga tier when you need it?
With Giovanni, that's where it's at.
Giovanni, you motherfucker. Oh yeah, and all of this happened because of Giovanni.
In a way, yeah. So,
And maybe the first thing we should do is erase the Giovanni.
there goes another one. How many people are gonna hate on Giovanni at the end of this campaign?
I mean, look what he did to my boy.
I mean, the funny thing is that Giovanni never even spoke to Lugia.
And yet he affected him so much.
Yep. Well, Thrack, could you please use the orb?
Well, I'm gonna use the recall orb, Finn.
Alright, hey guys, you know how you are having all of this, like, preparation and everything?
Yeah.
Aries, are you there?
No,
Aries?
Darn this mute button. Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So, you know how you guys are having all of this prep and such?
Mhm.
Thrack, would you use the orb?
Yeah, I told you.
Okay. Flip. 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 Flip.
No, Reshiram.
Oh yeah, Rishab is part of your team officially, right?
Yep,
Yes.
Yep.
Oh god.
I just officially added her.
Oh boy.
Literally, right there, on the moment, you just changed that entire thing.
Fucking.
In the nick of time.
Yeah. You guys suddenly appear in front of Thrack, and a very dark-looking Lugia.
What just happened?
Rishab looks
Um,
around.
Oh, hey guys, I see the recall orb worked.
Oh,
Huh?
I see you all
Huh.
here. Good, good, good. Then let's get to work, shall we?
Oh no.
I assume one of you is Aries. Which one of you is Aries? Oh, Aries. I do have to say that you have a much nicer form right now.
Hey, Lugia. I can feel my inner Pokemon screaming and dying to meet you right now.
Oh, I highly doubt that. Anyway, it is time for you all to help me undo mistakes.
I don't like where this is going.
Well, my friend Thrack, would you please explain?
Yes, so Luca wants us to go to Temporal Tower and beat the living shit out of Dialga to go back in time.
What? What?
And do what
What?
exactly?
I mean, beat up Dialga. No big deal, right?
Just beat up Dialga. That's
Yes.
it. That's all.
Yes,
I mean,
defeat
yeah,
the God of
it
Time.
happened. I mean, it happened like what, 4 times already?
Indeed, he's weak and old and foolish. It will be absolutely no issue, especially with her. He points at Reshiram.
Yeah, you do remember that pretty much through our entire previous life, we were kind of mostly pacifistic, right?
Yes, and look where that led.
It's led to some pretty amazing friendships.
Ah, yes, amazing friendships. I am feeling so friended.
Yeah, it turns out that after Kyogre stopped raging, everyone kind of decided that Kyogre will become Garden of Oceans and Seas, and everyone forgot about Lugia.
I never forgot about him.
Oh, then how come I have not seen you for 10 cycles?
I mean, this version of me wasn't here.
He looks at you and says, I am talking about you. The other you.
I wish I could ask him, but through existing, I ended up murdering him.
Yeah, he's just going to nod to himself, says, a much better reality.
I give Lugia a look, but but I don't say anything.
But yes. Oh, wait. He's actually going to look at you and say, oh, now that is a familiar scent if I ever smelled one. He actually looks at you, Lucky.
I look back.
You are one of his, aren't you?
Yes.
Ah. Wonderful, wonderful. So he actually managed to appease her, I see. Good, good, good. That means you will gladly help me, correct? Considering your father has already helped me so much.
Oh, there is the fact that I hate him.
Oh, why do you hate him? He loves you so much.
Well, if he loved me so much, he wouldn't be colluding with pirates to put me in a cage, now would he?
I do not actually know what that means, but I know one thing. If there is one thing he loves that is still alive, then it would be you. But yes, you're all going to help me, right? To undo what you have done?
The past
I mean-
is. Go ahead.
Aries, Thrack,
I
what
mean,
can you do?
perfectly honest, we could have improved few things that we did.
Vaporeon's just gonna kind of shake her head and just say, "The past is the past, Lugia."
No, it's not. You live in this world. You know as well as me that time is more like a... It's more like a ocean that you jump into, you swim in it. It's not a line. It is a
I
wide
never said it
ocean.
was a line. You misunderstand, Lugia. It's because of our past that shapes who we are.
Oh? I bet that's very easy for you to say. You didn't have cycles upon cycles of pain, suffering, and being alone.
She's gonna shake her head and say, "No, no, I didn't. And I can't imagine how that feels. And I won't pretend that I know that. But what I do know is I wouldn't go back to change any of my mistakes, as painful, cringy, and terrible as some of them were. Without my mistakes, I never would have made the right decisions later."
He actually narrows his eyes and looks at the rest of the group. Yeah. She's definitely looking down a little bit. But yeah, Lugia is just looking at the rest of it and says, any of you have any moments that you would like to undo? How about going back to the moment you came to this world so that you could go back? Hmm?
If I did that, I would have met my mate. So no.
Oh. Now that's a rather cute.
Especially our little psychological help.
Sometimes these things just happen to help us grow, Lugia.
Oh.
Sometimes not. It doesn't always feel like it's for the better. But
Are you
the
saying
end-
that you see pain in front of you and you just avert your eyes? Is that what you have become?
she shakes her head and says, "No. It's not that I avert my eyes. I don't pretend it doesn't exist.
Ares tries to take
Pain
that
is
pain
everywhere."
On, Ares tries to take that pain on herself constantly.
She just shakes her head again and just says, "It may seem like that, but it's more along the lines of, I welcome the pain. Not because I'm a masochist or any nonsense like that before you get any silly ideas, but because, again, like I just said, it's what shaped me into what I am. All the suffering that I've gone through, all the pain, all the emotional anguish. Without it, I never would have grown so close to all of my friends. I never would have had the amazing adventures that I've had. Without it, I'd be still just a sad human sitting at a desk staring at computer screens all day. But now
Hmm.
I'm living in a world of adventure with all of my best friends, and there's nowhere else I'd rather be.
Lugia looks at Rilaboom. What about you? I can sense your humanity. Is there no moment in your life that you would like to undo?
I mean, probably, but it's mainly stuff from. If I'm gonna change anything, it's gonna be back at home, in my human body.
Well, he's actually going to look at Thrack and say, "So you would help me, correct?"
I'd love to, but I cannot do it just by myself.
Surely your friends will help. They will do it for you, for me.
Looks at the team.
You're asking us to change the fate of the world and everything that we've been through. To erase everything.
Yes, that is exactly what
I
I'm
can't
asking.
do that.
Why not?
I care far too much for all of my friends. Honestly, it's difficult to even call them friends now. We've become more like one big family. I want to leave this world a better place than when I entered it.
Are you sure? You sure made it a better place?
And going back in time isn't going to change that. So I suppose if I could go back in time, the one and only thing I can think of changing is slapping my Sylveon self in the face and telling him to remember his friends. She says, like looking up to Louis with a smile. I truly am sorry if my alternate self got caught up in many things. That is one of my many flaws. I definitely can get caught up in work and distracted, and for that, I really am sorry, Lugia. Honestly, I'm already seeing that sort of thing happening to me now. Becoming a guild leader again. There's a lot of things that I've been kind of putting off and distracting from myself because I've been putting my friends and my guild first before anything. So truly, I, I'm, I'm sorry for forgetting you, Lugia.
Don't worry about it. Everyone forgot.
She shakes her head. It's more than just a regret. She's just gonna start stepping forward. Oh. You were one of the few kind souls throughout our entire adventure. I saw as children played across your back. At the festival, you were a completely different Pokemon.
He's going to look down and say, I have not been to that festival for 9 cycles now. Because last time I was there, barely anyone showed up. Lively Town is too busy.
She's just gonna nod and say, yes, unfortunately, with the separation of the continent, it seems because everyone has a new home now, I guess they expect everything to change. Even though some things shouldn't change. Wouldn't you agree?
Does. Then he shakes his head and says, no, you're trying to get into my head. You're doing that thing that you always do.
She's just gonna smile and say, I'm not doing anything.
He's actually gonna push you back.
She's just gonna smile up at him and just approach again. Just say,
He's going to push you back.
She's just gonna keep walking into his wing as he's pushing. Lugia, you can't hide from my love forever.
Urushib just looks around. She's definitely very uncomfortable with this entire fucking conversation because this is literally, she's looking at what's going on with her brothers right now.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know much about the situation, Reshiram, but
Hey Finn, is Sunstruck just boomers going through midlife crisis?
Yes! Also, Lucky,
yeah.
Urushib is going to lower herself to your ear and she's going to whisper, he knows about your father.
Yeah.
I do not know this Pokemon, but you should probably squeeze him for him.
I probably should.
She looks you in the eyes. Family is the most important thing. Yeah. Lugia is just going to be constantly trying to push you back and just like with his other wing he is wrapping around himself. And you can like see that he's like actually in pain.
Lugia, truly, the one regret in my life is that I didn't really get to spend all that much time with you. I still remember our wonderful chat in your den with Curlia.
Do you have any idea what actually happened to anyone? Has anyone told you anything?
She's actually going to shake her head and say, this version of me only remembers up to the point where essentially we had freed and saved Kyogre.
Then let me tell you, because apparently everyone else is hiding the truth. And he's going to look at Reshiram, I bet that
There was no way for her to know. She's been sealed in a ruin for
30
thousands of
she is a
cycles.
legendary Pokemon. Surely she knew. Bet she was hiding it from.
I'm just going to pull out the love ball. It would be kind of hard for her because she was stuck in this since humans were still around.
Reshiram is going to look down and say, why is everyone assuming me to lie?
Well, two things, Lugia. She's the god of essentially truth, so that's already out of the picture. And second of all, no, she wasn't actually in the ball the whole time. You forget that we found her ball with all the other balls in a storage, but she was actually sleeping in the facility. The humans put her in a sort of a coma-like state. She had no idea what happened for the last 33,000 some odd years.
I'm just going to know. Lugia looks at you and says, "Let me tell you the whole story then." So you know when once you saved Kyogre, right? Cleaned her over primality.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not even a month after, she started to work. She took over everything I was doing. She was faster, better, stronger. She could communicate with all the fish Pokemon across the entire world. She looks down. I could never, ever compete with.
She's gonna kind of just tilt her head and say, "Who has ever asked you to compete with her?"
He points up.
And since when has his word ever mattered?
It didn't matter for Kyogre. That was never her purpose. She was not supposed to be doing this whatsoever. This was not what she was meant to do. She went against her purpose. My purpose has been to be protector of the seas and oceans. That was his will.
But what is your will?
That doesn't matter.
It matters
It
very
literally
much.
doesn't. And Kyogre is gonna get punished one day when he returns.
Lugia, you're one of my best friends. What matters to you matters to me. Even if you hide it from me, I will find out what's important to you. So you might as well just say it.
Just don't want to be forgotten.
As if you could ever be forgotten.
I was.
And she's gonna shake her head and say, I don't believe so.
There are little Finians being born right now that no longer know the name of the Guardian of the Oceans.
I mean,
That's
weren't you hiding this entire time?
He actually just shoots you like the fucking most dagger-filled look.
in those Finians' defense, you didn't put forth the effort to make your name known.
And what am I supposed to be doing? Kyogre already does it. She is
I
so
mean-
much better at it than I can possibly be. Because she was the chosen one.
To be
Lugia.
fair, there's an extreme amount of pirates these days that apparently Kyogre isn't dealing with. And you know what kind of problem the pirates are, don't you?
Yes.
And who cares what she's doing?
Everyone else does.
Why? Why do you care?
Because she's better than me?
And do you feel the need to compete with her?
Others feel the need for me to compete.
She's
Do
gonna
you have,
shake her
do you have
head.
any idea how much it was painful when I was struggling with some Vailords and having just a little chit chat with them, and the topic of Kyogre would come up over and over and over, constantly hearing about her. Kyogre here, Kyogre there, how wonderful it is to finally have a guardian that can be everywhere.
And do you know what those whale lords lack?
I look at Ares. Doesn't Lugia also take care of the legendary birds?
Well, yes, that's sort of like one of his obligations, yes, but
I mean, Articuno had gotten captured by Gothitelle that one time.
or rather,
Lugia is going to look at you
Zekrom.
and say, "Ah yes, remind me of my failures further."
that's besides the point. What the whale lords don't have is any insight as to who you really are. What do you care about the opinion of some whale lords?
You don't understand. It's not just them. It's everyone.
What do you care about the opinions of
Because
others
what am
for
I
at all?
without them?
You're my friend.
Just... I miss what I was. I miss everything. I wanna go back.
She's just gonna smile and say, and I miss my friend.
It's great to look at you.
Especially-
Please, Aries, don't do this to me. Just help. I have found a relic. We can go to the temple tower. We can undo this. I promise you, we can undo this. I
She's
was
just gonna
thinking
shake
about
her-
this. I've spent every waking hour thinking about how we could.
She's just gonna shake her head again and say, I can't fathom a world where I go back and lose everyone, including you. I mean, look at me. She like looks down at herself, squishing her now watery body. I am literally in a perfect position to spend so much more time with you. Heck, I'm even planning on expanding a guild business into the oceans itself. Who better to help me than you?
You're insane.
She nods. Yes, I am.
Is it gonna hear?
Josh goes home.
Don't mind him. He doesn't fully understand the situation he's involved in, and he's a bit pretentious.
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, you did hear it.
And don't worry about it, Lucky. I'll explain it to you later. But
Wait,
anyway,
Lugia is also psychic. Wait, fuck.
Lugia actually looks at you and says, "What are you talking about?"
sorry, just some snide remarks from our little godling behind me. Don't worry about it.
He tilts his head. Didn't hear anything.
It likely has to do with something to do with your power being greater than his right now. Or maybe she's going to tilt her head. Does this form come with dark typing?
I don't know. I've been like this for so long, I don't even understand it anymore. It does feel better, the way I am right now. Sometimes I can just close my eyes and imagine or burning.
Do you want to see me burn, Lugia?
No,
I don't want to see you burn either.
I'm already burning.
She's gonna, like, literally squirt him in the face with water. And then just smile. There.
Are you mocking
Fire
me?
extinguished.
Fire extinguished. And she's just gonna smile and say, no, not mocking. Just trying to make light of a difficult situation.
You were always like. Doesn't matter if you are different Aries, you still are. You will,
She's just gonna
you will
nod.
forget about me. Everyone here will forget about me.
She's gonna shake her head.
I've seen this before.
Well, I can't
And
exactly forget.
that then leads to DJ dying.
She's just gonna shake her head and say, I can't exactly forget about you if you're the one leading my Guardians of the Ocean.
So wait, what do you mean by DJ dying?
You don't know?
No one has told us.
Of course. Of course, Lucario and others would not tell you. They're too dangerous for you to.
Seriously, what happened? Because this entire time I thought that DJ was adventuring somewhere.
Ah, so that's what they are saying. Your friend is gone. He went over Palkia's domain. And Palkia doesn't let anyone leave his domain.
So everyone just kinda decided not to tell us that one of our friends is stuck with Palkia?
No, you don't understand. I've seen it myself several times. I even begged Palkia several times not to do it. Have you ever thought about what happens when someone sets sail from the Mist Continent and goes west? Ember dies, apparently.
Fuck. Wait, so DJ went there?
He nods.
Why did he go there?
I don't know. That is something that you should probably ask Ares. As that was Ares' idea in the first place.
She kind of just shakes her head.
And it is also what you left the guild over, Thrack.
Fuck.
Did you know that I was there when your little son was born? I blessed him myself. Wouldn't let a Kyogre take date. No, that was mine. I wonder if your son is a swimmer these days.
I wonder so. Sadly, after what happened between Ares and one of them stopping existing,
Yep.
I couldn't really go see myself and son.
Is Ember back?
I mean,
No, he
Ember
died on
fully died.
Discord as well.
I hope
It
he's
seems his
okay.
internet died.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So now you know the truth. The truth that Lucario would not tell you out of fear. Even you are being lied to.
She kind of just looks around and just says, "What's new?"
And I, who was forgotten him, I am the only one willing to tell you the truth. The biggest irony of you having the Dragon of Truth behind you.
Again,
Like-
she couldn't have known.
No, I'm just saying that it is like a torch. It's like having a torch, but like right around the torch is everything the darkest.
So
She's just gonna nod.
blue screened.
Oh, you blue screened?
Yep.
Oh,
Shit. Why did you blue screen? What happened? What was the error message?
I didn't read it. I quickly trying to restart.
Damn, I hope everything's okay, buddy.
Yeah, it started back
Probably
up. It started back up. Okay, so
It was probably the usual fuck you Windows.
Yeah, do you have Windows 11 or 10?
10.
Oh, if it was Windows 11, I would say, ah, that's just Windows 11. Next time you get the message, take a photo of it and send it to me. I will look it up.
Alrighty. I haven't had a blue screen in a while though, so
The older your computer gets, the higher the chance of blue screens. It is what it is. But yeah,
Well,
you look at just
anyway.
still looking at you, just yeah.
well, anyway. Well, then, with that knowledge in hand, it sounds like we have a new mission then.
Oh? What is this mission?
One that friends like you, me, Thrack, and everyone else can work together on.
Go on. I'm all ears.
Well,
I'm also all
obviously,
ears.
we're going to rescue our friend.
Have you not heard me? He's gone. He's dead.
In this world, is anyone ever truly gone?
Oh my god.
What, you want to go to Giratina now?
I mean, that would be the simple solution, but things are rarely ever quite so simple.
Aris?
Yes?
Reshiram is just going to lower her head towards her and say, he is saying the truth.
I'm not doubting his words at all.
She looks at you and says, I'm just confirming.
She's just gonna nod. Fair enough. But anyway, you of all Pokemon, Lugia, would know that we will bend hell and earth for our friends and family.
He was his head, what's hell?
It's a human expression.
She's gonna nod.
So, in few systems of our beliefs, there's heaven, earth, and hell, and sometimes also purgatory. Hell is where the really bad people go to suffer.
The Voidlands.
Sure? I don't know. The point I was getting across with that statement was there's nothing I wouldn't do, or any of us would do for our friends. Am I wrong?
Why didn't you come with me to the Temple Tower too?
Because that's the simple, easy solution that doesn't solve anything.
He looks
All
confused. What do you mean? It was all over. Quite literally.
All that does is puts us back at ground zero.
It's not noticeable.
She's gonna shake her head. The only solution is going and getting our friend.
Do you
If-
want to say?
I'm just kind of looking at it like, I have one question for you, Lydia, about this. If we did help you to go back in time, would that bring back the one you guys are calling DJ back?
He nods. I would prevent that from happening.
You sure about that?
He nods.
And I'm looking at it, well, back in Arizona. You said that he was one of your guys' good friends, right?
What you don't realize is going back in time like that and resetting everything like that would mean we would never have become friends.
It also could end up messing everything up. The time
She's
don't
gonna-
mess with time, so flip it.
She's gonna nod and just say, and there's that as well. Things could get so much worse. What happens, Lugia, if we were to go back in time, reset everything, and then in this new timeline, everything gets so much worse, and more of us die?
So you see
Would
Lugia
you go
just
back again
you see Lugia just
and again?
you see Lugia just slink to the side and he just lays down at this. So pointless then.
She's gonna shake her head and just say, it's not pointless when we have friends.
No, it is. You don't fix anything. Everything is pointless. He looks towards the entrance and just says, let's go. Leave. Leave me alone and forget about everything.
I don't want to forget about you. I mean, you're obviously
Everyone else
you're-
already did.
Well, some come with us, and we will make them not forget you anymore.
He shakes his head, I'm too dead. There's fire,
I mean,
there's fire deep within that grows by the minute.
I don't think you're dangerous.
I am. Cannot even imagine. You never see my true potential. I always held myself back. But when the fire will burn bright, brighter than anything, I will have to be put down.
See, that's the thing. There's a difference between being dangerous and being strong. And you've always been so strong. I'm sorry we couldn't be there to help you stay strong.
Was I ever strong? Was I just
She's
good
gonna
at
nod.
pretending to be? Look at the birds.
Just-
The birds don't even need me anymore. They no longer fight.
I don't think that's not for the reasons that you think. The world is changing in many ways. It's not all for the better.
What about when dark matter happened? I was of no use.
Everyone had their own. Even
Oh.
you.
The world was saved by 2 Pokemon, not by all the legendaries combined.
She's just gonna kind of nod and say, be that as it may. In the end, those 2 Pokemon were friends, family, more.
Maybe the world would be better if we didn't.
No, the world would be so much worse. Whether you believe it or not, Lugia, you have brought a lot of happiness into my life just being who you are. And I am genuinely sorry that my alternate self got so caught up in guild business that we made you feel forgotten. But I'm never letting that happen again. And unless he forces me away now that he's lying on his side, I'm gonna just walk up to him and just lay down right beside him.
He's not gonna do anything. He's completely just static at this point.
Well, then we're going to be static together.
Fucking brain bother, Marys.
By the way, this is what Cosmo was going to say.
I'm gonna rock myself around him.
I'm just ignoring Cosmo. Yep, I'm just cuddling up to him. But just laying there with him.
Hmm.
By the way, Lucky,
Yeah?
you're gonna see a restroom just like lean over to Cosmo M and just say, that was kinda uncalled.
Cosmo's a rude little asshole.
The restroom looks at you and says, you don't know the half of it, honestly. I would not even dare to repeat what he said.
Yeah, it's bad. Well, I think I have an idea what we can do now.
Oh?
I mean, who do you want to go see the most right now?
What do you mean?
I mean, we're trying to get to the red library, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we could find a way to make a deal with you know who over there to like see if we can fix any of this stuff without having to go back in time. I mean, 'cause they are capable of granting any wish, right?
Restroom is going to look at you and just say, Is it the abuse of godly powers right away?
I mean, we were gonna abuse it by going back in time by fighting Dialga, right?
I am not saying that his method is better. I'm saying that both methods. That is the
True,
truth of the
I really think,
situation.
but
can he not just? Is there
it,
any way he can pull himself out of that spiral he's in?
mm, unless he regains his purpose, I don't think so. Like I've seen people get into these kind of things, and usually they can't pull themselves out until something like major happens to them.
Russia, was great to look at you, Vincent. I actually say he is going primal. At this point, nothing will save him.
I mean, like I said, we can just do. We have that idea. It's just at this point we're really just picking the lesser of two evils, which is maybe for the best.
As Jirachi is what you say, he would
Mm-hmm.
just feel like it is well, in this world, how it is now, creatures like me and Lugia are supposed to be gods, correct?
Yes.
Isn't it kind of strange for a god to help from another god?
I mean, you may be gods, but I mean,
Godhood is a heck of a thing to get a handle on. Maybe
As much as I do not agree with what Cosmo said there, I do have to agree that Lugia over there is definitely very sorry for it.
mhm. But I mean, there's one question about this. So you know how they talk about him, right? All the time. He obviously needed help to create the rest of the world by creating the other gods.
Then why is him not helping? Should be his responsibility, no?
That's the thing. Nobody's ever seen him here.
Then maybe we should find him and probably give him a piece of our mind.
I mean, do you know where we can find him?
No, but surely someone has to, and we are going to be going to a place of knowledge.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just a little bit annoyed at this entire situation. So many these aforementioned gods just about this. What happened here?
I feel like there was a system in place, and somewhere along this line, that system got broken.
It reminds me of what the group we were fighting with my master, what they were trying to do. They were trying to disassemble the entire system that the world was working with.
Mm-hmm.
Piece by piece, person by person, just destroy everything. And I feel like someone is doing that here. Someone behind everything.
Well,
Because
that's
that,
true.
she points at Lugia, that's not normal. That's not okay.
Well, like you said, like you said, since we're gonna be going to this place of knowledge. Possibly we can learn when the thing happened.
Yes.
Pinpoint it.
We need to find whoever did this. They need to answer for whatever crimes they have committed. She actually agreed to look at both you and Lucky and say, would you please support me in this endeavor? Fix this world.
That sounds like a definitely worthy endeavor. I mean, I feel like something is broken here.
Like I look at Lugia and then seeing how Ares and Thrack are. I'm like, I mean, it helps them out. It helps Lugia out. Hell, it probably help you out too, right now.
We do not. I do have to be honest, I am half doing this. I want to know more.
Okay.
This world seemed so nice when I came into that cave with you. Very world where the wars don't exist, the terrible things between Pokemon and humans no longer exist, and now the longer I am here, the more I realize that this world is as corrupted as our old world.
Well, I feel like there are some introducing elements that really shouldn't exist here. Like whatever corrupted Glaceon into becoming warlike. Or whoever brought Giovanni here to do what he does.
Grim notes. Like I said, to find whoever did this, there has to be someone who did this.
Well,
She looks at both of you, right?
there has to be some information, like maybe not someone but what something did it. Hey, it's in our nature to do that. Well, at least mine.
Bertram is going to look at Cosmo and say, I don't know who this him is, but whatever he is doing, he's not doing his job.
Game is Arceus they're talking about.
Don't actually know what Arceus is.
Essentially, the original creator.
The one who made Muse, who made Giratina, Palkia, Dialga.
Alright, you
The
apparently
universe,
alright, you
everything.
two apparently know where he is, so let's go there and talk to him.
We don't know where he is, we know who he is.
She just groans. She actually groans. You did it. You actually have managed to break her, demeanor, and she actually just actually showed anger.
Depending on your belief system, he might as well be in everything. Omnipresent, omnipotent entity.
Alright, in that case, he should show up himself right now. If he's so everywhere and everything and whatever, then he should just show himself.
Then suddenly, Mew.
But sadly, apparently this Arceus, as you called him, is apparently too much of a loser, too much of a foolish individual, a weakling to show himself, to answer for his crimes.
Wow.
We're just going to turn towards her?
I mean, which crimes are you talking right now?
She looks at you and says, for crimes of not taking responsibility.
Negligence?
I mean, isn't that the entire point of giving everyone free will?
I mean,
She looks at you confused and says, free will has always been there, no?
I mean, that's the entire thing. Suffering, pain, joy, happiness. Both bad and good spectrum exist only because everyone has free will.
Yes, but that has
And
already
those
been there. That wasn't by him, right?
I mean,
Everything was by him.
No, that's impossible.
That's the
Why
point.
why would he create the world the way it is? Why would he do all of this then?
Well, you see.
Is this some kind of sick pleasure?
Rashi,
Yeah, he.
funny thing is, he didn't create the world as it is now. We made it so.
She actually pulls her cheeks and she just says, no, I refuse to agree. No, there's no way.
I mean, Brett, did you know who Azelf, Uxie, and Vesprit are?
You know it's
You know what they represent, right?
yes.
Why would they exist? What did they give us?
She just looks down. I hate this. I hate all of
It's the
this.
same- I mean, it's the same way how you are the embodiment of truth.
I hate the fact that I know that everything you are saying is true.
But no question is, do you
She's
know
actually
that
going to look
everything-
at you, the Rilaboom, and say, was I made by him too? Am I part of this problem?
That's the thing. Just you are considered an ideal, right?
You are who you choose to be, Reshiram. He may have created you in this world, but we choose how we live in it.
She actually sits down. You can see that she is like actually putting her wings to her head.
I mean, yes, Aris, that's the entire point of what I was saying. He may have created us, but he doesn't control us. We choose who to be and what to do.
How do you know that?
I mean, what, are you gonna tell me that he chose for me to be an absolute fucking moron?
You're not a moron.
But
I
I
just
am an
kinda-
asshole.
You do have a little bit of dynamic personality, to say the least. But
That's
you
putting
are
it
not
softly.
a moron.
But Rexy, I just gotta say, do you see how all different our personalities are compared to each other?
Notes?
That's just the way we just became this way.
No
That
wonder
was on
my
our own.
no wonder my brothers became what they are. If I was living in this for 1,000 cycles, I would probably go insane too. Especially because they probably have hundreds of Pokemon around them, constantly telling them how godly they are. The only reason I'm not going insane myself is because you treat me like a normal Pokemon. Don't put me on a pedestal. And then she points at Cosmo. This creature right here, this godling here, is exactly what I would be acting if you treated me like if you treated me as so.
That little godling right there needs to ask himself and truly ponder the idea of what has he ever truly done for him.
He's going to look at you and just say,
And I don't mean just thinking about that for a moment. He made all of us, Cosmo.
yeah, he's going to nod.
That's
But we have the willpower to choose to accept or deny the fate that he gave us.
At this
Yeah.
point, I don't even believe in fate, really. It just is what it
I mean,
is.
And let me
Thrack,
ask you.
in some way, it kind of is fate for like even if you don't believe in it, just because the fact that how the hell would he pick you out of all people to come back here in the first place?
I mean, as true as that may be, Cosmo, ask yourself this then. If him creating you is all that he needs to do for you to be willing to give up the life that he created for you over and over and over again, never living that life, then why would he give it to you at all? Why choose to make you suffer for everyone else?
Retro is just going to groan, by the way, when he says that, and just says, we are just talking in cycles.
Remember, Aris, suffering brings character. Wink.
I mean,
She's going to point at you and say, Anne used to say that.
No.
We are
Fun fact, yes, Anne actually says that in Black 1 like 5 times.
We are all allowed to make our own choices, so if Cosmoem and soon to be Solgaleo chooses to blindly choose faith, then he is allowed to do that. But he's the only one that's going to be missing out on a true happy life.
Out of character, yeah, about that.
I'm gonna look at Cosmo.
in,
It's like,
in
well,
character.
where's your sister at in the first place? Do you know?
I didn't hear any stories about her completing her cycle.
Yeah. If you have a hard time getting in contact with her, how are we all gonna be able to find her? So you can ask her that.
He's gonna say this like very proudly, by the way.
Well, that's on
No.
you to believe, but
Cosmo, you will put yourself on a collision course with her eventually. Not him. After creating the universe, he has done nothing for us since.
Mushroom still wings on her head. Can someone shut up that floating ball? It's literally the last thing we need right now.
yeah, I mean, unless we all become dark types, there's nothing the way to shut them up. At least I don't think so.
I mean, to be fair, he was part of a conversation going on.
I know. It's,
Yes,
So-
but he's adding nothing of use.
I mean, you already know he's just a child, Reshiram.
Yes, but children should be whimsical and energetic and running around and being happy. This individual is literally just talking about being happy about killing himself.
I mean, some children are. She thinks for the world.
Wow! Did
Yeah.
Did Aries just wanna go there?
Reshiram,
children
do
are
you know
little
what
shits.
depression is?
She looks at you and says, "Yes, I sadly am rather familiar with it."
What if Cosmo also has it, but he doesn't realize it?
No, he's not.
Oh.
Look, Aries, there's one thing. Look, you said, you know, Cosmo, I'm gonna say what he says, right?
Oh, I'm aware. That's what I'm trying to get Reshiram to understand.
No, I know, but there's only one thing we can do for Cosmo. If they're not gonna listen to us about living their life, just show them what's worth living in life for.
She's
We
just
just-
gonna nod. Though when one is unwilling to see that, we
I
can
mean-
only hope that one day they see it on their own.
I mean, hey, he might not be willing to see it, but he's gonna have no choice but to look at it if he's following us.
She's just gonna smile and shake her head and say, "We can't force him to do anything."
Rishab
Like
actually,
how you're
Rishab actually looks at it and says, "Actually, I agree with the monkey. We'll force him to see it. We will give him the best food in the world, and we will show him all corners of the world."
Yeah, I keep trying to talk, but everyone keeps talking.
Sorry, Ember.
I was
Go, Ember.
gonna try to ask Lugia. So how do you know my father?
Lugia is just going to lazily look at you and say, "It was a conversation cycles ago.
What did you and he talk about?
Complaining part." I told him about, oh, about the gods, about how everything is terrible, how nothing matters, and how everything is predestined. I also told him that, well, the one that he loves is going to soon die.
Do you know what caused her?
We do not and say, a long time ago, there was a Vulpix. Right?
Right.
It was not your average Vulpix, it was a special one. Made out of ice, being able to breathe cold even in the winds of summers. She, well, She eventually grew up to be a beautiful Ninetale. One very different from every other. She wanted to leave her home. Well, she left without asking her family.
I've been there to her home.
Well, you know what happens when you leave her home?
No.
You're cursed by the one who is the guardian of the place. The one they call the Dragon of Apathy.
Curum.
He knows. And that little Pulpix, now Ninetales, was cursed with a curse that she at the time thought would never affect her. A very simple curse. That when she would fall in love, she would die. Well, skip a couple cycles, take a guess what happened.
She fell in love.
Yes. He then loses two pieces of his wings and just says twice. It was a very no, it was a very short relationship. She had a very short life for a Ninetales. Ninetales are supposed to live hundreds of cycles.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
He shakes his head and says she died wait.
That sounds very similar to the curse that was placed on Glaceon.
Oh. She had two male mates. One of which has decided to take his own life after she has fallen.
Ah, yes, that would be Bolt's father.
She's going to grin. That one was an idiot.
Yeah, the apple didn't really fall.
But he had a big heart. And when she has fallen, his heart broke. It broke into 1,000 pieces, and the wind has taken the pieces so far away that no one could ever find them. Eventually, it's fallen as well, leaving behind little shings. Now, the Zoroark that was with, well, he didn't want to. He was constantly searching for a way how to bring them back. He's going to look at USA, but I understand he's still searching even today. He had an interesting plan. See, he was a little bit of a researcher. And he found out that the humans to have legendary Pokemon that when combined could make the ultimate wish. A wish to destroy all wishes. Is they going to look at Reshiram? She was part of that plan from Stan.
Yes.
And the plan was very simple. Make a wish to bring them back. As simple as that. Honestly, for someone as smart as he was, he didn't really have much of a vision.
It's never that simple.
It was with him. Whoa.
Whoops, that was an accident. I have an MMO mouse, and I, for some reason, I had that highlighted, and I accidentally pressed the button on the side of it.
But yes. That's all I can tell you, little Zoroark. So, answer me this. Last time I have seen you, you had only one aura. Why do you have two?
Because, I am inhabiting the body of this Zoroark, and I've taken it upon myself to figure out things
Oh.
on her behalf. So you see, a human was supposed to inhabit this body, but they took me by mistake from that world.
He's actually going to look at Cosmo M. Well, because he does make mistakes every now.
Or rather, I believe it was Mew that made the mistake.
I'm new. I don't even know what's up with this do.
Well, we would know if he would actually do his fucking job.
He was here for a day. That's
He
it.
was apparently he was supposed to be guiding us to our destiny. He showed up once and he left without saying anything.
But just like most of the greater gods. I mean, when was the last time you've seen Dialga? I actually partly wanted to go to Temple Tower just so I could see if he's actually real, if he keeps a bucket somewhere.
I think he's been holed up there ever since the whole Time Gear incident.
Yes, from what I understand that is the case. No wonder he's so out of touch with reality. He never sees the reality, he's inside his tower all the times. He then looks around and says, I guess, that's so dissimilar.
Well, that's why we will be taking you out with us.
I want to see you try that, Thrack.
Also, Rashi, I gotta say, after this story, I really want to kick your brother in the shin.
She just looks down and says, you probably don't want to kick him in the shin as much as I do. What has my brother been doing here? I know it's not much, but I would like to apologize. She actually looks at Lucky. My family has caused you pain.
It's not your responsibility.
But it is my brother.
And it is his responsibility to atone for his actions, even if he never will.
Still, I know it's not much. Sorry.
It's not your fault.
Well, I don't accept that because you're not allowed to apologize for your brother's actions.
I am literally the Dragon of Truth.
She just smiles and says, and I am Ares.
And I'm Thrack, hello.
She's just going to shake her head and says, why are humans like this?
Because we can.
I just hope.
Because you deserve better. She looks back and forth between Lugia and Grishram. You both deserve better.
I just hope the Zoroark that I inhabit will accept those answers.
She looks at you and says, well, she will have to accept them, considering I'm kind of all of it as the Dragon of Truth. Turns out that her father, well, trying to use me and my brothers in order to bring back his family.
I feel like there's something wrong about that.
It does seem a little
Even
bit too simple, doesn't it?
Even though I understand his reasoning, I just think you can't just do something like that.
She actually is going to look at Lugia and just say, he's not lying. But she's going to lift her wing. That doesn't mean that he's truthful. He could not know. He could actually not know the whole truth, and this is just what he believes in. Lugia is just going to tilt his head and says, "Someone translate it to my language."
Oh. It's kind of. I'm looking at her like. I mean, you speak the truth, but just because you speaking the truth doesn't mean that you may not know the full truth.
What you believe to be the truth may not actually be the truth.
The
You
entire
can,
it might not be the entire truth.
Yeah.
He
or
blinks.
it might not be the truth at all. It's just what that Pokemon believes and truly believes to be the truth. Because I'm pretty sure that's all that Reshiram can see is what a Pokemon truly believes to be the truth.
Lugia just looks at the restaurant and just says, "Your life sucks."
Lugia, our lives suck, but we have each other. We get
She
through
just
it
looks
together.
hurt. She's like, "Excuse me."
Well, guys. I think
Reshiram, Lucky, Vincent, get over here and come have a sucky life with us together
I mean,
as friends. Let's all just suck together.
yeah, I'm good about that, man.
I am just I basically like my life doesn't really suck, but okay.
And,
And I don't know, mine feels really sucky right now.
Yeah, Lucky's life has been on a bit of an upturn.
Yeah, like you have a mate. You have like, after everything is done, you actually have a place to be, someone to be with. You know, like if anything, your life has been on a like ridiculously big like horizon.
You're ruining the point. Just get over here.
You
Your
don't even know
happiness is
Lugia.
besides the point.
The only thing you know about Lugia is that he spoke with your father.
Yeah, I just think I feel sympathetic to Lugia. Lugia's in pain, and I kind of
you feel
want
for
to
them.
help. I want to help.
By the way, Lugia is still just like laying down and he's just kind of looking at the ceiling. And when he was saying that to Reshiram, that was the one time he like looked at her just to tell her that her life sucks, and then he just looks up again.
Yeah. And
But you look at
you
him, you swear you can hear Linkin Park.
Oh no.
and Vaporeon is just kind of laying on his belly, pretty much just existing there with him.
Well, look, I know this is a good reunion for you guys, but we need to get going.
I don't know, man. I kind of feel like pondering my life right now.
Well, you can go ponder your life face down in a book.
But it's hard to read when you ponder.
I feel like I'm just gonna have to like dip out of here without you guys to go to the Red Library to figure stuff out. If you guys are gonna just sit around here all day.
I mean, Red Library isn't going anywhere, is it?
No, but I still have things I need to take care of.
Yeah, we do have to go there. I just don't like to leave the things unfinished here.
Yeah, because
Rashim's actually gonna look at you, like around Lugia and say, I feel like the most important thing right now is to come back. Because I feel like Lugia over there doesn't believe that you would do that. Probably a certain part of him that believes that the moment we leave through that cave, he will never come back.
Well, I also don't want to leave him. I want him to go with us.
Well, in that case, do you have a way how to get him out of here? Because
I'm gonna.
she's actually going to walk over, poke him in the neck as he just kind of rolls his neck over. He has turned into an oranberry.
Then I'm gonna start dragging Lugia by the fucking wing.
How heavy is Lugia? How fucking heavy is average Lugia? Average Lugia is 476.2 pounds or 216 kilograms. Actually, not as heavy as I expected.
Yeah, I have 5 strength.
Okay, we're just gonna look at you and say, you know that there's an ocean right outside, right?
I mean, yes, but come on, we can't leave him here.
Now, I'm not saying we should leave him. I'm saying that one of you should probably bring a Pokeball or something.
I mean, do you have a Pokeball?
No.
Only one I have is your Love Ball. And the other one we have has Entei in it.
Alright, you are a human. Can you put 2 Pokemon inside 1 Pokeball?
I just look. No.
I look at restaurant. I don't think that's possible.
I'm sorry, I never actually knew how Pokeballs work. I was just... So...
Yes, same, but I just don't think that would work at all.
That sounds like the beginning of a naughty joke.
What do you mean?
No. Yeah.
Putting 2 Pokemon in 1 ball.
In Love Ball.
In Love Ball.
I didn't mean mine. She says your poofy cheeks. You can definitely see her cheeks turn a little bit red.
That's right. For me being a trainer myself, you cannot put 2 Pokemon in the same Pokeball.
Okay. So, anyone has any other idea? One has a way how to turn him into a Pocket Lugia.
I don't know. I guess we'll just
Lugia,
have
come
to...
with us. We will give you ice cream.
What's ice cream?
Oh god. Oh, not again.
Come with us and you'll see.
Was what I was going to say.
Oh no. Cosmo, no.
I mean, he ate ice cream.
Hey, at least he actually said something productive. Ice cream is degraded cream.
But Lugia doesn't even hear it.
Lugia, even Cosmom agrees that ice cream is some of his greatest creations.
He's going to look at you guys and say, "I come with you, I will hurt. I am dangerous."
If you don't come with us, you'll hurt us even more. More than you can possibly fathom. We need you.
What do you need?
Lugia, we just got
need you.
reunited with a friend, and you want us to just leave him?
Reshiram is actually going to walk up over to Lugia. Right. And she's going to look at both of you and say, Thrack, Aries, please get off him for a moment.
Alright.
He's
No
gonna
worries.
kind of just sigh a little bit and just say, "Don't do anything too wild, please."
No, it is not going to be very wild. He is a dragon, I am a dragon, right? He looks like a dragon.
He not actually.
He's technically, well, originally psychic flying, now he's dark flying.
Alright, in that case, he's dragon aligned. And then she just literally picks him by the neck and throws him over her shoulder.
I mean, that worked.
Okay, because we can solve his depression later, but right now we do have places to go, places to be, and I am not dealing with some kind of chicken who is currently acting like a very depressed chicken.
Man, she called Cosmo out about calling him a chicken. That wasn't very nice. And now calling him one.
Yeah, you can definitely see there's like a tick to her eye at this point.
So, look at Aries. So,
I
well,
mean,
we have that escape board, right? Will that bring Lugias with us if Restaurant's carrying them?
she's gonna shake her head. It only brings official members of the party.
Well, do what you did for Restaurant.
It's something that needs to be accepted willingly. It can't be forced.
Well, I got Cosmon.
Oh yeah, Cosmo could teleport us.
Assuming Lugia doesn't deny his teleports.
Also,
Also,
Yeah,
use Ember.
yeah, I was gonna. I was. I was actually just gonna say, as long as we don't have to beg Cosmon to do it because he's a god, telling us to worship him.
Oh no!
Man, that's a lot of salt.
Oh no! I'm actually kind of happy that Lucky and Cosmo cannot really communicate with each other. This actually makes the entire situation so much more hilarious.
Well,
So Lugia, will you allow us teleport outside of here?
He's just gonna look at you laser and just say, "What's the point?" My plans that I've been working for cycles are gone. They were gone before I even started. Everything.
You know,
I've been working for cycles for something, it all fell apart.
You know what the point is now, Lugia?
You're gonna say something sappy.
She's gonna shake her head. No. The point is now you have the opportunity to do all the thinking with your friends by your side.
Thinking is bad. Thinking hurts.
And that's why you need to share that pain with your friends so it's not as bad. That's why we think together.
Exactly.
Rocher is going to turn around and say, "Just say yes." He just looks away. Ugh. This is why you are still alone.
Sure.
Rashy, you're not helping.
It is the truth.
Sometimes the truth doesn't need spoken.
you're telling that to the dragon of truth that does not speak the truth. That's
Again, sometimes.
She's just going to take a deep breath. She's going to exhale and say, "I'm sorry."
It's okay. We're all a little bit stressed out.
Turn around, look at him and say, "Sorry to you as well. I do not know you, but you are kinda making me angry." Just rolls over and nods.
no, Lugia. You're the first person to ever make a restaurant show emotion.
Oh,
Honestly, I'd say that's a heck of an accomplishment, if you ask me.
She's going to look at you and say, "There's actually two."
The first we've seen.
The first one being my master.
Yeah. Well,
Alright. Let's go, Cosmo. Let's get some ice cream.
Was good to float in the middle.
oh, don't teleport us directly into Meow Meow Bar. Go. Okay.
He looks confused.
Teleport. You know where we come in from when we came from the Eevee Village?
He nods.
Please teleport us just outside of Capim, like on the way towards Eevee Village.
We don't need to cause a panic by just appearing in town.
Also, with how big Reshiram and Lugia are, they might wreck the bar by accident.
Lugia is actually going to point his one of his like tiny flippy wings, and he's just going to say, "I'm not actually a bit."
I mean, no, but the bar's pretty small. Because I banged my head on the wall on the ceiling.
Also, you are bigger than all of us, and Lugia is bigger than you as well. We are kind of big party.
I can't even fit in our guild doors anymore because of how big I am.
You're a chungus.
Big Chungus.
Yeah, I'm chunky, yeah.
I mean, you can squeeze in.
Alright.
Go
And blip. What is this fucking group?
Hell yeah, we've got another legendary Pokemon.
Alright, you guys teleport right outside of Capim, on that road. And as you teleport, you spook a family of Ratatas. That was literally just walking down the road and you just teleport in front of them.
I love that.
Yep, there's like 4 Ratatas here and 1 Raticate.
Oh, hi, Mark.
They're frozen
Oh.
in front of you.
I'll wave at them.
Raticate will very awkwardly wave.
Just
Don't
gonna
worry.
smile.
We are just coming by
Yeah,
to
I'm just gonna,
the town.
just gonna smile, also wave at them and just say, yeah, don't worry. Official guild business. She's gonna show her badge.
Raticate is just going to nod and take his family around you as they start leaving Capim.
She's just gonna
Mark.
smile and shake her head.
really wide berth.
I don't blame him.
Just imagine you're just walking down the road, you just visited Capim, you have all of your kids there, and suddenly 2 dragons, several extremely powerful Pokemon, and a floating planet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say most of us are at around level 80, 90, 100.
Yep. Moon looks around. And then, happily, actually floats. He actually looks between Vaporeon and Leafeon. And then actually floats to Leafeon.
Aww.
He is his own Pokemon. He can choose whoever he wishes to spend time with. She's just gonna smile at him.
Alright, guys. Let's go to Meow Meows.
Hmm.
Hey, Lucky,
I-
Cosmo.
No. We are not. No, we're just gonna let that one lie. We're not telling them
Why?
because it was creepy. Just leave it.
You smell like
Don't
fish.
worry about it.
Ember,
Yeah.
you have a tiny planet burrowing into your fur.
I accept that.
With that going on, I'm just walking to the town before they even stop talking.
Rusham's just going to look at all of you and says, so what should I do with Mr. I'm feeling bad for me? Oh.
Well, let's get him in front of the Meow Meows and we'll feed him ice cream.
Okay. She just picks him by the neck again and just like carries him over her shoulder.
No, Lugia, it would be much easier if you would just walk or fly with us.
She's going to look at you and say, I don't really feel
Man, it's like someone kind of ring up a Swanna.
it.
Yeah, here comes the guild mistress and her team with another legendary. There's nothing new here.
Well, vast majority
Yeah.
of people in Capim have never actually seen Reshiram.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they've
we-
heard of Lugia.
Yep.
Yeah, we were specifically keeping her under wraps so that way we didn't give away our trump card.
And now that's kind of pointless because, well, actually, Kyurem still doesn't know.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, technically,
But who's gonna like pass that info to Kiram now?
Glaceon? I mean,
No.
Zekrom maybe if they end
Give me a
up
second,
that
guys. I'm
Pokemon.
getting a phone call from my sister. Be right back.
All right.
No,
Do you want me to say hi? Do
Yes.
you want me to say hi?
Yes.
I will say hi.
Uh,
Yes.
Tell her
And
from
no.
me that she's a goblin.
And no, Zekrum's not going to tell Kirim because their interests are not aligned.
Also,
Because
while he's doing that, look in memes because I posted something cute.
because Zekrom only wants all humans gone. He doesn't want everyone and everything gone like Kirim does.
Also, look, guys, we have 1, 2, 3 legendaries out, 1 legendary in a Pokeball, and a pseudo legendary.
We're not going to talk about that.
I'm just minding my own monkey business here.
But yes, now we just need to trust the good old tried tactic of healing people's emotions with ice cream.
Yes.
We,
Ice
we
cream
go get a
solves...
gummy for them.
Yes. Ice cream solves everything.
It always does.
I may end up going to bed soon.
That's okay. I'm getting there as well.
Oh yeah, I gotta take my dog to the vet later.
Alright, I'm back. I'm sorry it took so long.
You're
Welcome back.
How's
So-
the goblin?
She's okay. We were actually talking about her mother's birthday.
Oh.
I need to be going to bed soon.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that area too.
I mean, you guys did just teleport back, so we could stop right here.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
probably for the best.
Are you
can have
all in agreement?
Yeah. If we're losing two
Yeah.
of them, especially Guild, Mistress, and Lucky, I feel like just two of us might not be a good idea to have. So.
Yeah, at least next time you guys are gonna be here to get rid of this problem.
Yeah.
To have our third consecutive ice cream social.
Oh my
No.
god, so next session we are gonna be starting with Ice Cream Social.
I'm not
Yes.
eating any more ice cream.
I
I
am.
hope you're gonna wait for me so I can also eat some ice cream.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Probably not. I
Well,
want
well,
to
considering
have
these
library.
crazy people traveled in time, then yeah, this is gonna be a little bit complicated.
Well, actually, it's going to be a little bit easier because that means we are going to be showing up. Oh, wait. No, backwards. Never mind. Ignore me. I'm
We
dumb.
just had the issue today, Aries.
Anyway,
Yeah, I know.
with that, that means all of you will get XP.
Yep. putting the XP on.
Remove your D6s when you are done, okay?
Alright. I am done again.
Once the seal of the D6 is got, there we go. Gonna save the Tiba.
Even.
Tiba. Tubla.
The T-Blay.
And I'm going to allow the flip. The flip is allowed.
Damn. Before you even finished.
Shit, he was fast. Alright, and with that, bye bye everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.